Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome to Shapes and Forms, back after a week-long absence. I am joined by one of my usual co-hosts, Redney Vashtar,
Hello.
and Trevor Whatever will be joining us a little bit later. He has been kidnapped by ninjas, but he can figure it out. We trust him.
By which Jane means that he is having dinner without us.
Yes, he didn't
The
invite us along.
bastard.
Very, very rude.
That traitorous bastard.
uh, um, at
Y'all know that that
Stream
is a completely ridiculous thing for me to say about Trey.
Yeah,
He's one of the nicest people I know. Like, holy shit, really.
It's
He's
joke.
like, he's frighteningly nice. So, like, I was talking with Jane about one of the things that, other than the worst ISP bullshit ever holding up my being able to be involved in this initially, was I went down the rabbit hole of, so I was talking to a friendly acquaintance of mine who, edits, YouTube videos for an anime analysis channel. And we were talking about music and stuff, and he mentioned the guys who did one of the OPs for the 1999 adaptation of Hunter x Hunter, and I got curious about them. And I wound up going down this rabbit hole of, like, you know how, like, the 4chan music board is notorious and terrible, but they also have, like, weirdly good ins on, like, pirated strange music that you can't get other places?
I do know that, yes.
I
Moo.
found one of their text lists of just endless stuff. Like, of links to just endless archives of weird shit.
Oh,
And I was browsing them
Yeah.
and getting terribly lost in the whirlpool of obscure Japanese rock bands.
Just to interrupt with a technical thing real quick, if you want to call it that. Two important notes. One, we are on a new setup this week. I am currently streaming from Magic Moon, which is my new laptop that I got for Christmas. Hopefully the stream will be looking better than ever, and we will be able to play a couple things that we could not play before. First thing we're going to be playing, and coming back from yesterday and also last week, is Into the Breach. And you can see we even still have Treybot here as our starting pilot.
You have a Treybot.
Yeah, you can rename your pilots, and we named this guy Treybot yesterday.
Hello, Treybot.
Treybot. And for the second part of the stream, returning after a long absence on the show, will be The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus.
Oh my,
Yes.
that is some old time religion.
And we may round the stream out as per tradition with a round or so of GeoGuessr. But
Huzzah!
yeah, so hopefully things are gonna be. Hey, don't try to make me start on normal. I'm not some kind of masochist. So hopefully things will be cooler now than ever before.
I'm just reminded again of that line when you like switched it down to easy. Is like, that line by the Mountain Goats. I'm hardcore, but I'm not that hardcore.
Yeah, basically, like this game's pretty hard, even on the easiest difficulty, and there's like an added element of I have to talk and be like semi-interesting at least while I do this. So,
Yeah, that's reminding me of the reason why my perennial favorites, the guys Cam and Alex on LRR on their show Talking Simulator, usually go for the easy mode in games because if you're constantly having to pay attention to something, it's hard to follow your stream of thought about the game or about, other stuff. Like, it's hard to analyze something
yeah,
when you're constantly, or like have a conversation in general when you're just like ah all the time.
It is hard to have a conversation in general when you're like, ah, all the time. That's right. That's very true.
Oh yeah, it's like I
Hey,
mean,
guess what?
what?
I fucked it up already.
Oh no!
uh,
This is one of those turn-based things.
yeah, it's a turn-based strategy game, sort of similar
Yeah.
to Advance Wars. I've heard people compare it to the Pokemon turn-based strategy game from a couple years back that I don't remember the name of anymore. I think it was like Pokemon Tactics or something.
Yeah, or like, which I guess is keeping with, like the whole, just like, take JRPG name, add tactics.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, tactics.
Basically. This is by the same group that did FTL a couple years ago.
I have heard of FTL. I remember, Ray from our, chat.
Yes.
Is, or was into FTL.
Yeah. I don't know if she's played this. I assume she
Yeah.
has at least some interest in it because it's by the same people,
Like,
but...
she, I do know that she kind of, like, she didn't cool on FTL, but she hasn't, like, played it, like, avidly for a while.
Right.
Last I checked.
Right.
Like, it's one of those games that there are certain people who are, like, really religious players.
Oh yeah, FTL is one of those, like... I don't know how I would put it. There was kind of like a wave of, Oh, that's real bad. Shit.
A wave of what?
Sorry.
Other than a wave of shit, which is what you're in now.
Yes, it is. Literally fucking up the first mission multiple times.
Well, hopefully not literally fucking the mission, because that would be awkward, and not under Twitch protocol. I think that's not allowed on screen.
You make a valid point.
But figuratively, fucking it relentlessly.
Yeah. Okay, abandoned timeline. Let's start over. I completely messed that up, like, really badly.
You literally had to jump out of this universe.
Out of this reality. Just had to get away from the whole thing.
To deal with how bad you fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like levels of you
Check
fucked up that
quick.
are, like that Ween song, you fucked up, you fucking Nazi 4, you fucked up, ah! It's like that.
It's like that. And that's the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is.
That's just the way things be.
It's like that sometimes. Anyway,
Yeah.
there was like a wave of stuff that wasn't quite roguelikes, but they had procedural generation elements.
Yeah.
Like around the turn of the decade, and FTL was part of
yeah.
that. And pretty much all of those games, except for like Rogue Legacy, still have a pretty devoted fan base. And these guys seem to have done pretty well for themselves with their sequel here, because I actually like this like a lot more than FTL, which I didn't like hate or anything, but it's a good game, just not 100% my jam.
Yeah, I totally understand. Like, it seems like FTL is one of those things, like, as I said, like, it has almost a semi-religious following in the way that, like, really hardcore shmup people are into certain, like, obscure shmups and things.
That's a very good comparison, yeah. Yeah. That,
like, avid level of devotion.
Yeah. That and, like, the original roguelikes from, like, the...
Oh, yeah.
The... Whenever the hell those were
That's
starting to come out.
I cannot remember when, like, stuff in the vein of... Like, when did Rogue come out? That was some time ago.
That was 1980... Maybe just 1980? Let me look it up now. Now get it.
Jeez. That was earlier than I thought.
Original release date.
Wow.
Inspired by earlier video games such as Exploring the Dungeons of Doom. Originally released in 1980.
I guess, I'm almost like, partly I'm surprised because of, how the rogue, that the revive, because I'm more familiar with, the revival of the roguelike formula, which is, stuff you were talking about,
yeah.
A decade ago, maybe?
It hasn't even been quite that long yet. I mean, that was maybe what it started, but,
yeah,
it
started in the late 2000s.
Yeah, like a late aughts thing, and
I recognized that it was an older, the origins of the genre were older.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how much older. And now that I think of it, given the way that the graphics call back to that sort of stuff, it makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
The one thing that people will try to tell you, and I don't agree with this, but I've heard it from people, is that most of the new roguelikes are not actually roguelikes because they are not, strictly speaking, they do not qualify for what is called the Berlin definition, which is a bunch of basically just nerds got together in Berlin sometime in the early 90s, I think, and wanted to codify what made a roguelike a roguelike. And most of these games don't follow that at all. I think some you can make an argument that they're just roguelikes. Some of them are more like roguelike with a little bit of something else. And then you have games like this, which are not really roguelikes at all, but they've got some procedural elements regardless.
Yeah. I suppose that it could be almost defined as there is a Berlin, it sounds so over the top, is a Berlin school roguelike.
Yeah.
Is a specific
subset. That's
of
the
definitely greater idea.
There's ones like that are still being developed too.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Both older ones, you got Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, which has been in development since 1991, and
wow,
and Cogmind, which I think finally is coming out this year, but that is an older style, and they don't even have graphics. It uses ASCII art.
That is
but
that
really
wow.
really detailed ASCII art.
Oh yeah, I can totally I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jegus.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just there's this whole very deep well of just this entire style of games, which I like. It's beyond me in a very special sort of way because I'm already bad at video games. And then there are things which are I am not prepared. I just know.
The thing is that there are roguelikes that are, even if they're not easy per se, they're easier than the stereotype would have you believe. But
yeah, that's fair.
Even most of those are they've got a learning curve.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I've had people some people just don't have any conception of reality. They're at the point where they don't understand how things actually are. Because I've talked to people who think that Dungeon Crawl is too easy. And that is a game that I have been playing for 10 years and have never gotten even to the halfway point.
Wow.
It's a very difficult game.
That's kind of reminding me of how Night in the Woods has a fully functional dungeon crawler within it as a game within the game.
That's cool.
which is very explicitly an homage to like older roguelikes and things. And it does have like escalating difficulty as it goes on.
Cool.
Like it is fully thought out to be like a direct emulation of that kind of game within the universe of this story-based, vaguely platformery game.
Hey, Shredney, would you like to name the boy that we just got? This fellow. In the red.
Well, since we keep dying over and over again, I guess Lazarus works.
Now, technically, we've only died once. But that's fair. He lets mechs fly.
Yes, and he rise from dead and it doesn't afraid of anything.
Very true.
A real cool guy.
Have you seen that meme that's been going around that's like... I think a lot of people think it's real, but I'm pretty sure it's not. It's like a faked passage from one of the Halo books about like how the Master Chief's suit jacks him off during combat.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! I have not seen that. Just I stick to the I mostly most of my meme familiarity comes from furry Twitter.
That's fair.
And furry Twitter does adopt many tasty, spicy memes. Although they tend to be fairly particular. Like, I mean, there are some memes that are like universal memes that have that wind up with a particular like that they wind up with a particular spin within furry Twitter, but they're sort of more universal than that.
Yeah.
And then there are some that are just straight up like I would have to actually explain them. But I mean, some shouldn't have spread to the rest of the internet because now you've got like normal people who don't fucking get them. Like
Hello.
Like the whole joke of like, you know, I vored an entire hamburger.
No.
Like using
stresses me so much.
You know, using vor as a verb there is like, no, you don't get to do that unless like, no. This is our word, goddammit. Yeah, like it's you don't get to come into our house and disrespect us like that. I was just reminded of something that Millie said. I think it was no, it was somebody else. No, I think it was one of Millie's mutuals mentioned that like it is like, you know, you never realize how good you have it on like niche Twitter until you start to get responses to your to like a viral post or something from normal people Twitter.
Oh no, the normies.
But it's like no, it was one of Millie's acquaintances, I think, or maybe it was one of my mutuals, like who said like, you know, I have never seen so many terrible Family Guy gifs.
There aren't very many good Family Guy gifs, I'll tell you that much now.
I mean, that is fair. I mean, like, Family Guy has outlived its usefulness. Yeah, just like, yeah, normal people Twitter is not to be trusted.
Yeah.
It's like, stick to like weird niche Twitter. They know how to control their memes.
Before they become unstoppable.
before they become unstoppable or really stale. Although sometimes, the problem is that like how stale a meme is frequently relative.
Yeah. Also, I've completely fucked this one up too. Maybe this is
Oh
not
no,
the
what do you
best
mean?
stream game. This keeps happening. Maybe we will
Oh my
just...
god, that's reminding me of another really old meme, but of course it is I told you about stairs, bro. It keeps happening.
It keeps happening.
Which is indeed a Homestuck diaspora meme. Because
It
we throw in
is,
hella
yeah.
jet.
So, Shredney, we're gonna try one more thing here before I just say fuck it and turn on Isaac. I would like you to take a
I
look at our labs and pick one that strikes your fancy.
Our sweet and beautiful lads.
The boys.
I like Steel Judoka.
Okay. Going right for the
That
very
that
difficult one that I've never won a game with. Alright, I like
that
it.
Judo Mech he is a handsome boy. I like this handsome boy.
Yes.
They're all handsome boys.
Yeah, the thing with this squad is that you are supposed to use positioning creatively in order to damage your enemies.
One of them looks like a Hua Cha with legs.
What's a watch? Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
The watch is like I actually just remembered, and I remembered because
yeah,
it's
the Korean
yeah.
firework racks that they use in warfare.
That was in Civ 3 as like a special unit.
Cool.
Yeah.
But the banks of rockets.
Yeah.
That were used by the military, and I think it was Silla back in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, like most of what I know about them
Imperial
comes from that game, but you could use them to like bombard cities from afar. Indirect damage.
Yeah, it's like you know what are really scary historical things? Mysore rockets.
What are those?
So the Principality of Mysore.
The thing in
was
India,
it was
Southeast
an Indian.
Asia.
It was an Indian state that opposed the British for a while.
Okay.
They came to essentially a stalemate event, and so they cut a deal with the English to maintain power in the area. But the way they were able to do that was by they literally had rockets with swords on them.
Huh.
Like scimitars.
That doesn't seem like it should have worked.
It did. It worked way too well, and it scared the shit out of the British.
I see.
Because it would, either it would straight up land on something and somebody would get stabified before they got blown up. Or to, send shrapnel everywhere.
I guess that makes sense. Kind of like a very early version of a fragmentation grenade.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
get it.
they had these huge, stupid blades on the end of a relatively small rocket, and the point was more...
They were so stupid.
You know what I mean, Jane.
I'm sorry.
God damn it, woman, you understand. And yet you make me suffer regardless.
I do. It's why I'm here.
It is. It really is. But yeah, the only way the British were really able to fight back was they just, they found one of them that didn't go off, and so they reverse engineered it.
Oh. Well, I guess that's one way to do things.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this didn't kill anybody. Let's figure out how it works so we can make sure that we don't keep getting stabbed blown up.
Blown up. But on an entirely different note, because I wanted to talk about it at some point, Uh,
You don't want to talk about getting stablown?
I don't want to talk about getting stablown. At least not right now. Maybe later. Um, Stallone. Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone.
I was about to say that stablown sounds like some weird, like a code name for a Cuban assassin.
Yeah.
Like, I do, like, you want to talk to Stallone.
You have to talk to him.
Yeah, you have to talk to Stallone and make sure that he doesn't have plans. Stabby plans.
Stabby Plans. That's the band name for
Stabby
today.
plans. Yeah, I was about to say that. Stabby plans sounds like they're like a really twee indie rock band, but they have like really fucked up lyrics.
Yes. Defend the train. Protect the coal plant.
It's like a kind of a Moldy Peaches situation, you know, like the whole, like, I'm sure that they have at least once covered Who's Got the Crack.
Who does have the crack?
Well, in the song it's, you know, I like it when you've got the crack, who's got the crack at the end, so it depends. At one point, you know, someone's on a goat, in a boat, on a moat, and the question is always, who's got the crack?
It sounds
I haven't
like
listened to that song in so long. Jesus.
it sounds like a burning question.
It really is a burning question. Like, you remember when, like, Kimya Dawson was actually relevant to pop culture?
Was she? I mean, I know she was in the heck is the name of that band?
Moldy Peaches.
Okay, she was actually in that band. That band, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
like,
they did the song "Who's Got the Crack," but she had a solo career and was like, you know, worked with a couple people. She did a collaborative album with Aesop Rock, didn't she?
She did. Which is like one of the few Aesop Rock projects I'm not an enormous fan of. But
yeah, I remember that you were like lukewarm on it.
It wasn't, yeah, like it's not bad or anything. It's just not my.
It's just like not your cup of tea.
Not 100%, no.
Yeah, there was a point where she was actually like one of those people who was like semi-noteworthy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than the whole being in the Moldy Peaches thing, but it's like, I don't know, it's like sort of weird to me that there was a period when like just odd, vaguely punky folk music was like
Somewhat popular.
it was sort of vaguely indicative of the zeitgeist.
Well, there was that whole freak folk thing for a while. I remember.
Well, yeah,
that.
then there was the freak folk thing, but I was thinking more like, you know, Juno soundtrack folk.
Okay. Juno soundtrack folk.
I actually liked Juno, so
I'm
not going to be too hard on it.
I have never seen it because, as we all know, I don't watch movies.
That is fair.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's an attention
It
span
is-
thing, I think. I say, as the person who's planning to sit for 3 straight hours and watch anime tomorrow.
But people, people like the dialogue ticked a lot of people off, but because of the fact that my friends and I have observed that we all sound like fucking Wes Anderson characters, like weird sarcastic dialogue doesn't seem out of place to me, even when it's a little cutesy and affected. So, like, I don't have a serious problem with it.
I have a serious problem with Starfruit.
I am pretty okay with starfruit personally.
Honestly, like, I never really got over the fact that I was lied to as a child and told it was a hybrid between a banana and an apple.
What?
And I believed that until I was, like, 12. And then somebody was like, no, it's just like another kind of fruit. And I think unfairly, I blame that on the fruit, even though I shouldn't.
That's
It's very tragic, I know.
So tell me about your mother.
We have fun here.
Starfruit is technically called carambola.
Carambola.
Or carambola. I'm not sure what the emphasis is. But yeah, that is the formal name for it. But starfruit is an adorable name, and it's like got a star shape to its body.
It does have a star shape to its body. You are correct.
I recall drinking a starfruit shake at least once because you know, we used to go to Chinatown a lot, and they have those sort of things.
Sounds good.
And it was
actually.
tasty. Yeah, it was. Jackfruit is also a common shake thing there, and it is real good.
Don't think I know what a jackfruit is.
Let me look up a jackfruit. I can't remember exactly what they look like.
Does it look like a fruit?
Let's see, jackfruit. Jackfruit looks like, oh yeah, now I remembered as soon as I saw it, it looks like, it's sort of hard to describe. It's got, like, little spikes all over it, and it's big and kind of, like, lumpy.
It's Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Oh, it does look like the head of an Ed, Edd n Eddy character. Like, it's, like, shaped kind of like a mango, except it's got, like, a hard peel exterior that's covered in little, like, bump spikes.
Mm-hmm.
That are, like, a light green color. And,
what a strange fruit.
It's, related to breadfruit.
I don't think I know what that is, either.
Breadfruit, what does breadfruit look like? It looks like jackfruit does.
Oh, okay.
And
that clears everything up.
Oh, and they're all apparently related to mulberries.
Well, that's the thing that they go all around when the monkey chases the weasel.
Yeah, when the monkey chases the weasel, the monkey thought was all in fun, pop goes the weasel. Yeah, they look... Yeah, mulberries kind of look like raspberries, you know, like when they're really young raspberries, like when they just have a little bumps.
Mm-hmm.
But they're, like, paler, and also they're growing on trees.
I see.
So, calling it... Well, I mean, it's like... They call it a mulberry bush, but really most mulberry trees are actual trees, so I suppose it's just a short tree that they're referring to. But yeah, like jackfruit, why is it called jackfruit? It comes from Portuguese jaca, which comes from the Malayalam word chaka.
Huh.
Chakapajam.
What'd you call me?
But Tish. Okay, but starfruit. How is
Sky rockets in flight. Starfruit delight.
Carambola. Yeah, that is indeed starfruit, and
Carambola. Carambola.
Nobody's exactly sure where it's originally from, but it's probably from, like, Sri Lanka or Indonesia.
What if it's from space?
It could be.
Space Space fruit.
So like, what kind of fruits are related to it? I'm just wondering. What are related to carambola?
Carambola. Carambola.
What are you referencing?
What am I referencing? Where is that from? I don't know.
Oh, it's what's what they are is it's in the wood sorrel family.
Shredney, you've given me an existential crisis by making me realize that I don't know the song that I'm referencing.
I apologize.
How dare
Well,
you?
I guess it's I guess it's like you know, my indirect vengeance for you something you have done ill against me in the past that I can't even remember now. But of course, it is always your fault.
Yes, go. Shredney has returned. Your hashtag worked.
Yeah, like, the one of the closest relatives of the carambola is the Balimbi.
Is that like a kalimba?
No, it's
Is it
also
similar to
known as
calypso?
the Balimbi tree is also known as the cucumber tree, or tree sorrel.
What about Skippa the Flippa?
That sounds like an obscure and justly forgotten rap impresario.
He is
like
just like a regular rapper.
Okay.
He's the guy that invented dabbing, I think.
Oh.
And then...
Okay, I owe him an apology. He's a man of culture.
He's a man of culture, yeah. Of great, great respect. He is, I believe, friends with the Migos.
That is not surprising, given that this is the man who invented the dab.
Yes.
Like, I mean... I just dabbed, but you couldn't see it.
I do things with my arms constantly while I stream, so I've probably dabbed like 4 times already and didn't even notice.
So like,
That's where I'm at.
if a man dabs on screen, but nobody sees it,
does it make a sound?
Is it still dank? That is the question. Is it still a dank meme if nobody sees it happen? And question, what determines, like, so I understand that dankness originally comes from dank kush.
Yes.
Originally. It's about the potency of the meat.
Yes.
So, but like, can a meme be potent without being dank?
These are the questions that keep me awake at night, to be frank with you.
I feel like a bad meme can be, like, toxic and therefore potent. like a forced meme can be, like...
The meme equivalent of a fucking, like, joint laced with embalming fluid.
I was thinking exactly that, actually. It's like, it will fuck you up, but it will fuck you up.
Yeah.
You know, like, it isn't like getting, you're not blazing it. You're
living through hell. Dank internalism. I don't even know what that means, but it's funny.
I don't even either. I don't understand.
Shredney, we have to defeat the hive leader. Oh no, it's the blob monster. I hate this thing.
It's kind of cute.
It is, until you have to fight it.
Oh, so it's like a lot of cute, terrifying things.
Its attacks do 5 damage, and it splits in 2 every time you hurt it.
That sounds like the most insufferable magic card ever?
Yeah, check it out. Oh, actually, wait, no, you have to, like, kill it before it starts splitting. Right. Now I remember.
Oh, so it's like a Hydra.
Yeah, like a shitty Hydra.
I mean, it's a very effective Hydra, so I can't say it's actually shitty. It's just, you know, it's a blob Hydra.
No comment.
It's a Hydrob.
Will Trey join us later? He is planning to be here. He was kidnapped by the forces of darkness, but he can escape. I believe in him.
The forces of darkness being delicious fuds.
Fuds?
It's like food, but, you know, spelled... Have you ever seen the, Far Side strip where it's, there's like a dog hiding behind a washing machine with the thing open, and it says, there's a sign that says cat fud, and an arrow pointing into it, and a cat is looking skeptically at it?
I actually have, but I'd forgotten about it until you mentioned it just now.
That is like a running thing like that I have referred to food as fud or fuds since I saw that when I was like 8.
Well, that's a problem, isn't it?
Like for the better part of like 20 years, I have used that as my personal vocabulary.
That's like how I don't even like the comic in question, but what is it? That one about the cat, the dog, and the like insufferable guy that lives alone in an apartment. It's a newspaper
Garfield?
strip. No, it's not Garfield. It's the cat's like black and white, and he's all shaggy
Get
looking.
Fuzzy.
Get Fuzzy. It's like for years I said yes instead of yes.
Yes.
Yes. I was like doing a thing for a while where I like pretended to take pride in the fact that I had a lisp. I actually just like don't care that much. The epistemic reality of dankness could come from within, in my opinion. Does a meme only become dank when it is observed in the world?
I believe that there may be a level of inherent dankness, but I feel that it is only realized in its potential for dankness when exposed to those who can appreciate its dankness.
Do you ever wonder if, like, we're just a meme, like all of existence?
I mean, isn't life kind of, to some degree, just a meme already?
Buying a house, owning property, having a family,
I mean, the
that's
American
the ultimate
dream
meme.
is a meme.
The American meme!
It is the American meme! Like, for fuck's sake, everything about America is kind of a forced meme. Like, I mean, sometimes it's like a good forced meme, but sometimes it's like a really shitty forced meme. Like, the whole, like, let's be honest, like, the whole, like, Republican pull yourself up by your bootstraps thing, that is totally, like, a shitty, undanked forced meme. Like...
You can't see it, but I'm nodding my head.
Yeah, it's like, because they just keep saying it, and trying to make it happen.
Do you know what else keeps happening?
It doesn't. Falling down the stairs?
That too. But, the years start coming, and they don't stop coming, and they start coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Bustin'.
I ain't afraid of no bed.
We are never, ever.
Have you seen the one that's, hey ya, like, just the alright part for like 10 minutes?
Oh no.
We ended up watching that at one point in, like, rabbit group watch I was doing of just random YouTube videos.
Oh my.
And it was actually excruciating. like, I wanted to die 10 minutes in.
You know that there's that the oh god, that is reminding me that the full, although it is actually good, is like the full version of Gorillaz Do Your Thing with Andre 3000 is 13 and a half minutes long.
There are some long songs in hip-hop. It's not a genre that is known for them, but they're not that rare. I think
Like,
the, extended version of H-Town is, 24 minutes long.
H-Town?
It's a song by... Hold on, maybe I'm remembering this, I don't know. This one's only 4.5 minutes. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I do know that there is a DJ Screw, posse cut freestyle, which is well over half an hour long.
Oh yeah, well that's that was just what they did.
Yeah, it was at a guy's birthday party, and it was this live show, and they just they just flow with 10 people.
Yeah.
For 35 minutes.
Rapper's Delight is over 14 minutes. Yeah, but nobody listens to the fucking extended version of Rapper's Delight with the verse about
oh god,
chicken.
What is it called? The one with what is the name of that song that was the diss track of Basquiat that Rammelsy did?
Oh, yeah.
Beat Bop, I think it was?
Yeah, Beat Bop, I think.
Yeah, that is 13 or 14 minutes. And Gray provides the instrumental, and it's just them making fun of and him and oh god, what's his name? Who isn't done that much other stuff.
It's Ram LZ and hold
the
on.
other.
Let me just look it up. I have YouTube.
Oh god, his name is escaping me. The other guy.
K-Rob.
Yeah, K-Rob.
He has 4 songs total.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas Rammelsy has he had a long career but only a couple of albums.
Only one, I think.
Actually, no, he has 3.
Well,
he? Okay, he's
he had one that was released in the 2000s that I know about.
Yeah, there were 2 that were released in the 2000s, one of which was produced by 2 Japanese dudes.
I didn't really want that to close the entire program just yet, but okay. Yeah, I think we're done with Into the Breach on this show. I like the game a lot, but it doesn't stream very well, I don't think, unfortunately.
Yeah, I understand. But there's this Rammelsy album from the mid 2000s that he did with these 2 sort of avant-garde Japanese electro DJs.
That sounds like something he'd do.
Yeah, and it's and he it's weird because it's simultaneously modern production techniques applied to a style that's very 80s, and it he goes in on the weird vocoder stuff, and he already has a really wild style of rapping to begin with, so it's
a wild style. I get it.
It's really fucking bizarre.
Wild Style is a movie.
Huh.
About early hip hop from the late 80s.
Makes too much sense.
In fact, there is a sample of Wild Style at the very beginning of Illmatic.
Oh. Cool.
Found a Lil Wayne song that is 34 minutes. Is that 10,000 Bars or whatever it's called? Where that was when he was switching over from writing all of his lyrics to freestyling everything, so he did all of the rest of his lyrics at one shot.
Wow.
It's actually a good song, but it's basically an entire album on its own. It is 10,000 bars, yeah. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm starting to get kind of tired, so I'm gonna break out my caffeine, and then we will come back and we will play The Binding of Isaac for the first time in quite some time on this show. So look forward to that. And if you guys have a character you would like to see me play as, please feel free to suggest.
I actually really have to use the bathroom, so
Okay.
I will be back momentarily after
So
doing
you guys will have to deal with some dead silence for a while, but that's okay. We'll be right back.
Ugh.
Hello, chat. I am eating a Pop-Tart. Stream audio sounding like an old record.
Squad.
Trey!
How goes?
It goes well. Is stream audio sounding like an old record for you too? I hope it's not. We're on a new audio setup today, so that might be a problem.
It might have also needed to switch to my headphones, which is what it's using now.
Interesting. So Trey, how were the ninjas?
They were okay, you know. I had to fight them off to get this burrito, but you know, I got it, so life's pretty okay.
Trey is louder than usual, which is a good thing. That's good. Yeah, like, don't be shy about bringing up audio concerns, because, I said that at the start of the stream, but nobody was here yet. We're using a different setup today. I'm using my little computer to stream and my large computer to watch the chat. The reason for that is that oh, I'm louder than usual, which is a good thing. Okay, well that's good too.
What's
Hello.
up?
What's up?
WhatsApp. Anyway,
What's the haps?
the reason that we're using my little computer is because, despite being physically smaller, it has a more powerful graphics. Whatever. It's not a graphics card because it's a laptop, but you know what I mean. And
onboard graphics processing.
and it can
is-
actually
It is
play
small.
The Binding of Isaac, which my large computer cannot do anymore. One of many games that there was some kind of update and it just broke it for me. That thing's on its last legs anyway. But does it have better blast processing? I hope so. Actually,
Better
funnily enough, we had a whole host of audio issues earlier, but one of them was that I couldn't record anything to OBS because the computer routes, by default anyway, I've turned this off, it routes everything audio through like its own peripheral sound driver for some reason. It's very strange. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this Pop-Tart and then we'll get started.
I'm eating cereal.
Oh, we all got food.
As aforementioned, I have a burrito.
Oh, speaking of cereal, we have a box of these, and I didn't know that they made them anymore. You guys ever have Oreo O's?
They actually just brought those back from the dead.
Oh, sick. Yeah, we have some, and they're pretty good.
I have had those.
So the reason they were taken off of store shelves was because in the shakeup of ownership that happened with Kraft's brands that happened after Kraft split into two companies, the new licensor for Oreos apparently couldn't get like the rights worked out for Post to make Oreo O's until like last year.
Yeah, they
Well-
discontinued those back in like 2004 or something, didn't they?
I feel like they were around for longer than that, but
Was it?
you know.
Okay, I might just be mistaken. We don't buy sugary cereals a lot, so I'm like a little bit out of touch, I guess, with the culture.
I am eating maple and brown sugar flavored frosted mini wheats, which for a long
Oh,
time
pardon me.
I could not find in the stores that we went to.
Those sound pretty good.
They're really good. They're my favorite kind of these.
Can I
Well,
reveal
they're up there
myself as...
The cinnamon ones are good.
Can I reveal myself as a horribly boring person? My
Sure.
favorite cereal is Cheerios.
My favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is also good.
It's got cinnamon sugary swirls in every bite.
I really like actually normally I habitually get Lucky Charms.
They're
That
magically
seems
delicious.
appropriate.
But I really like frosted mini wheats.
I am
Specifically
going
with the maple, the
to-
maple and brown sugar flavor, and also the cinnamon flavor is really good.
Cinnamon.
I'm going to read this message I got on Discord. Hey Jane, I don't know if now is a good time, but are you into Disney pins? And it's a picture of a bunch of Zootopia enamel pins. And the answer is, for the curious, who I will not name because he is not in the stream and I don't want to call anybody out, or seem like I am even though I'm not doing that. The answer is, I like enamel pins in general, and would... I like the sloth person one. I might use that one, if I had it.
You know, Disney pin trading is actually like a whole thing.
That makes sense. Disney's one of those things where they got fans, you know.
It's pretty good.
Also with it's like you've managed to corner multiple niches at the same time.
I was talking about this yesterday, I think, but I want to really get into enamel pin collecting now. Like, I think it's marketing. I think I've been marketed to.
You've been marketed because of the declaration that, you know,
their gay culture. Yeah.
It is deepest gay culture. That and like it manages to be like some weird combination of gay culture, punk culture, and like fucking complete nerd culture.
It's a very specific. Oh. Well, now this was working fine earlier, and now it's all laggy. Probably because of the effect of the burning basement particles. I have a solution that I can try real quick. Also, hot coals is a good item. Options. No, I have to actually go out of the game to fix this.
The coals are hot.
What was I gonna say? But what were you saying, Jane, about enamel pins?
Oh, like, I want them now.
I mean, other than wanting them, but they're very curious cross-section of...
Yeah, it's like, people were saying, like, oh, they're gay culture, and now I kind of want them. And you said they were a cross-section of multiple subcultural niches, which is true.
Yeah, like, specifically, it's like, it's very much a con-going thing, like, but it's also, like, but also pins, badges, and patches are very much like a punk thing.
Yeah. Well, this is a problem.
Oh dear, Isaac has stopped working.
Isaac -ng/ex, or yeah, -ng.exe has stopped working. Alright, well, I guess we will try one more time, and if it doesn't work, we will install and play something else. If this wants to be difficult.
Crypt Worlds!
I don't have Crypt Worlds on this computer. We're not playing fucking Crypt Worlds.
Crypt Worlds!
It can't always be time for Crypt Worlds.
You do understand that that's my equivalent of the McDonald's.
McDonald's. There you go.
We have food at home.
Now,
what?
My favorite is drives into the drive-thru while the children cheer, orders a single black coffee and leaves.
That's something my mom would do.
There's my favorite one of those is the chart mapping characters in Revolutionary Girl Utena, and that particular corner is referred to as the dead inside corner trademark. And the characters who are deep in that corner are all like the worst. They're the best, but they're the fucking worst.
I understand.
There are also two characters who aren't on that chart directly because they have their own descriptors. Seduces, front counter checkout for free food, and is too mature for McDonald's.
Seduction.
The art of seduction.
They are respectively I guess you would call him the final boss in Utena, and Suwabuki, because Suwabuki is like
Did that worm just split in half? That might be one of the items
and there's also Nanami being, doesn't even know what McDonald's is too proud to go to McDonald's.
Go to answer your question. That might be an item or an enemy rather, that Alpha Birth added, because I have the Alpha Birth mod packs installed.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken,
100% sure.
You know, I can't remember if Ray Bird has actually seen Utena.
You
I
know,
think
funny story. So about relating to Utna. So the other day, they were calling
uh
for a nor'easter and like
huh.
mass internet outages. So I figured, okay, I've been meaning to watch Utna for like years now. I
Hmm.
will download it to my hard drive, and if the internet goes out, I'll just watch that. So I downloaded
Uh-huh.
it, and then the internet never went out, so I have yet to watch it.
It's entirely on YouTube.
Well, like the idea was that, like,
Oh no, I understand.
yeah,
I'm just saying. But yeah, I think you would enjoy it. It is weird.
I have heard that.
It is weird, but it's also like oddly accessible for something that weird. Like something like Lane is a little harder to get into for most people, but like Utena is like really funny. At least the initial episodes before it starts getting really dark.
Try,
But like, it
like,
is the sense of humor is like consistently super fucking on point,
um,
and
now the
it's also utterly
controls are
bizarre.
sticking, but it seems to be running well now. Okay, so, 1 second, folks. I know it's not centered. I'll fix it in a moment. Sorry, I am listening to you. I'm just like,
Mhm.
I want to get this
I
game
understand.
to work. Yeah, I don't know. Isaac is a fickle beast, and I really wish it was programmed better because I do like the game a lot. But,
Mhm.
you know,
It
like,
is not the best optimized piece of equipment.
no. I will say much better optimized than the fucking original Flash release was. But
Ooh,
that's not a high bar.
I mean no.
So I put up our background over the thing. I'm sorry it's not full screen, but, we'll live.
At least it's not PUBG.
At least it's not PUBG. That's true.
Oh man,
I have
I
0 mods installed. Maybe that has something to do with it. It very well may. But it seems to be running okay now.
hi Gogo. Just saying hi belatedly. I know you've been there a while.
Gogo is
Hello.
always around.
Eternal.
He is the rock. She is
He
the
is
rock. I
he
actually
is our
do
rock.
not
Yes.
know what.
Ooh, like a rock.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I'm sorry
yeah,
if
it's
I'm
like,
wrong about that. Correct me. um,
But yeah, we love having you here, and you've been here like forever, and it is good.
since the beginning, and will
Yeah,
be here since the
seriously,
end.
like
Like,
Gogo
actually,
is,
since I was just streaming by myself, yeah.
yeah, like, and also like Gogo's been here a really long time, and it's like Gogo and a few people we know personally from other places
Yeah.
have been like consistently there forever, like Ray, Altruisine, uh,
Oooozernaththth'H comes into streams to drop fat, like, biology-related knowledge.
yes, he drops some, some seriously tight science in the literal sense.
Yes. Martin's a good
Yeah.
lad.
Science.
You know, he has not blinded us with science, but
He has shown us the light.
She blinded me with science.
science.
I actually, like, enjoy the stylings of that guy, Thomas Dolby.
Yeah, Thomas Dolby is good. I enjoy Thomas Dolby.
It's an album called The Golden Age of Wireless, which I like a lot.
But what about Richard DTS?
Who is that?
What?
Something obscure joke about audio codecs, etc. Carry on.
Oh, I understand.
I get what you mean now. Dolby DTS.
Yes.
I remember back when What CD existed that I used to see things in DTS when there would be a surround sound release of something, and I always thought that was kind of fascinating.
That reminded me
something.
that there is now a vaporwave label that releases their music exclusively on floppy disks.
That is very vaporwave.
What is their name? Something soft. I've forgotten the first part of the name.
I am not surprised. I feel like the most vaporwave possible formats are floppy disk and 8-track player.
I haven't
like
seen
8-track cassette.
I haven't seen 8-track. I have seen like people release visual albums on VHS.
I
That
saw
makes sense.
I
A
saw
floppy
a
has...
collection of 8-track tapes, like, for the first time at the radio station a couple weeks ago, because we unearthed them from the archives.
Do you still have like equipment that can play them?
I don't know if we still have equipment that plays them, but at the very least, we still have the tapes and everything. And I think
Yeah?
Oh,
yeah?
sorry. I just wanted to answer what Gogo said about, like, the amount of storage space in a floppy. There are actually really old audio codecs that are used for things like... Which were used, like, if you've ever heard of what cracktros are, you know, those, like...
Yes.
Those are encoded in that kind of, like, super...
But the answer for how they do it is so much better, because I actually asked the guy.
Oh, okay.
He has very strict submission guidelines, and if it's an MP3, it has to be no longer than 13 minutes, and it has to be compressed to 144p and zipped.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's more of like they do like singles and stuff as opposed to full-on albums, but...
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But still, like, that's kind of like, what is it? Like, you could pull off a track like, oh god, I can't remember what the main title is, but, Life After Ghostbusters by, Torn Hawk.
Oh, yeah! I've actually heard that song.
Like that. Yeah, but, Trey, what were you saying, like, that you have 8-track playing equipment at the station?
So I don't know if they have equipment specifically for playing 8-tracks, but I think that the understanding was that we were going to try to find some way to convert our old station IDs and some of the old, like, I'm X artist and you're listening to WRFL, etc., etc. Some of those spots, like, onto digital format so we can play them again.
Mm-hmm.
That is really cool.
There's actually the artist Seeming, who used to go by Thou Shalt Not and is one of Millie's favorite artists. Period. This sort of experimental goth musician from Philadelphia. Actually,
Philadelphia Freedom. Sorry, go on.
He released one of his albums in a special edition on 8-track because he liked the sound quality of the format and also the fact that you essentially, you can't, like, rewind or fast forward it exactly, but you can kind of go to particular tracks, and he found that format structure interesting.
Mm.
And, so he released an album in, like, high fidelity 8-track.
That's interesting. I wonder what, like, the most esoteric possible format you could use is. I know there's, like...
there's mini-disc.
There's that, and I believe the first 2814 album was released on mini-disc.
The most hi-fi format you can have that's remotely, like, feasible is reel-to-reel tape.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, like, not even in terms of, like, why would anybody want to, just, like,
oh, no,
something you could use that very few people would have. I know there was that format of, like, really tiny hyperdense cassette that LGR did a video on a while ago.
Exactly. There's also a microcassette in the sense of, like, the super lo-fi ones that are used for note-taking. And I have actually heard of releases in that format by, like, experimental, like, noise and punk artists and things.
Are you just talking
And
about physical? Honestly, I didn't even
yeah.
consider that there are, like, there totally are, now that I think about it, but, like, esoteric digital formats.
Oh yeah, digital formats. There's like AC3, which is, AC3 is, along with OGG, one of those formats that's usually used as audio for video formats, but you do occasionally see it in DVD rips. Um,
One one of the formats that Audio Tool natively actually exports stuff in is OGG, along with just
oh yeah.
plain old MP3s.
Ah,
Although
Corpus, yeah.
I think they're working on getting Wave as an option for the next software update that they've been working on for a couple years now.
That's good.
Uh,
That reminded me that I downloaded Sunvox today at the suggestion of Steviosphere, aka Dreams on Diskette, who, I might add, earlier today released an album that has a remix by yours truly on it.
Huzzah!
Nice.
But like, yeah, like in terms of digital formats, like OGG actually has one of the best compression algorithms sound-wise. Like, it's up, like, in terms of common formats, AAC is similarly efficient. Although OGG, like, there is like super high, like, the AAC format, there's like a variation which is ALAC, which is the lossless format, which is used by Apple as their sort of answer to FLAC.
Yeah.
And that is, like, but like, that's sort of based around the AAC algorithms. But OGG can go up to, like, I think 448 kilobits per second. But like, in terms of esoteric formats, there's a DTS, there's APE, which is one of those weird lossless formats that there's shorten, which is maybe the, like, it's one of those lossless formats that is like a single song is the same density as a full album.
How the hell does that work?
Like, I mean, like, in terms of, like, for example, like, it's just so the pure raw sound is not compressed and is in such, like, intensely granular fidelity that it winds up being like, a single song will be, if it's like 5 minutes long, could be like some ludicrous number of megs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird world out there as far as technology stuff goes.
Like, I
can't wait until we figure out how to, like, record music onto fucking crystals or something. I want that. I want to be the first musician to release my album on, like, sound crystal.
I mean, like, there's stuff that, like, in terms of, like, currently existing, like, weird, like, physical formats, there are dub plates, which are, like,
Dub plates I know about, because they're, like, used in electronic music sometimes.
Yeah, like, and those have, like, really good fidelity, they're really hard to make, there are only, like, 2 places that make them, one of which is, like, this one guy in Japan who does all of them.
Just one guy. Just one
Literally,
gorilla.
it's just one guy. And he's, like,
Dub
70-some
plate man.
years... Yeah, he's, like, 70-some years old, or something like that, 60-something, 70-something, and he just, like, he cuts them himself.
That's a lot.
Like I mean, obviously there's, like, machinery involved, but he operates it all, like, he supervises it personally.
Man,
and it's, like...
That's just...
Yeah,
the only, like, esoteric, like, really esoteric format I know of is, fuck, what's it called? Like, there's a way you can write audio information onto, like, a length of steel wire. And that was a thing for, like, a very brief period of time.
Wow.
And I don't think it ever like caught on really. It was like an experimental thing.
I think I have heard of that. But yeah, that is really esoteric. There's also like in terms of digital formats, so like there are the lossless formats like FLAC, and then to a lesser extent AP and Shorten, or Ape and Shorten. I think it's like because
That's
the
my
joke
favorite
is,
sitcom.
the reason why it's called Ape is because it was the monkey something encoder, and so it was .ape,
Right.
Ape. But the thing is, so I have oh god, what is it called? It's
Trey.
Trey.
Yeah.
Trevor, I have questions.
Yes.
I have questions about the emote that you have deposited into my chat.
Oh dear, that's slightly alarming emote.
The first question is why.
Why not?
And the second question is what?
That's Jack from Jack in the Box.
Twitch,
my.
why are you like this?
The chain of fast food restaurants.
Right.
But okay, so what I was gonna say is, oh, actually, yeah, Gogo was saying that he likes OGG but prefers the sound of 320 MP3. I personally like I like the sound quality of AAC personally.
I have never had headphones good enough that I could tell the difference. So
that is, I would get you some headphones that would help you tell the difference. I'd do it. But I don't have the money right now. But I would.
That's totally fair. Yeah.
So the way that Audio Tool outputs music and stuff, the whole MP3 and OGG situation kind of presents interesting sort of conundrum for me, where actually in order to get like a fully complete output of what I make and everything for places like Bandcamp, what I do is usually I record stuff with like an application for either a Mac or I haven't found one for Windows yet, but I probably will, where basically I record everything that Audio Tool has happening at once and then output that as a wave.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, if you need one for Windows, Audacity can do that and does it very
Audacity
well,
does it directly?
actually. Yeah. You just have to set the input device to
in
sound
Windows,
card
you can't
or
really do
something.
that in Mac. Sadly, it's a pain in the ass, really.
Yeah, the app that I use on Mac is called Audio Hijack.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Like, so I have a program called Max, right? And like that's used for converting files like FLAC and APE to WAV to a more manageable file. And so there's obviously the ones like AIFF, FLAC, the more unusual ones like, as I said, Monkey's Audio produces AP. But then you get ones like WavePack, 3GP Audio, Apple CAF, which is used for the sound samples in Logic. You have ones that are used by developed by Sun Microsystems.
Wow.
I just had something very unpleasant happen. You guys ever hold back a belch and it goes through your nose?
Oh yeah.
And I've been drinking Diet Pepsi for the past 10 minutes.
Oh.
So I just had
an experience.
Felt like fire coming out of my nose.
But
Press
yeah, there's a bunch of these really esoteric, weird formats in here. At the top you got the various OGG sort of also the conversions for things like OG with flat, how the OGG encoder for FLAC versus the radio FLAC encoder, that sort of thing. But also, like, there are ones that are, like, just not commonly used, but are, like,
Hey,
native things to Mac and Windows. Yeah,
you want to hear a really, really stupid joke?
sure.
If Imagine Dragons made a song about audio formats, you know what they would call it?
What?
Radioflactive.
Radioflactive, radioflactive.
I think I killed Fredney.
Imagine Dragons are the bane of
They're-
music.
They're a group that exists.
They certainly are. Oh, there's one called RAW. It's
Raw!
There's also
Raw.
Wave X. Like,
But
there's
is it
some
war is the question.
VOC. No.
What about dot?
AIFC.
What about .vox? I know I've seen that at least once.
That I'm not familiar with that one, but I think I know of it. Okay, HTK. What the fuck is HTK? I gotta look that up.
Home Taiwanese cookin'.
That sounds delicious.
And they
but
spell
I
cookin'
doubt
with a K.
it sounds delicious, but I doubt that's the case.
No, I know things.
HTK. I mean, it's almost
So-
like HKE, which is
Hong Kong Express, yeah. Did you know?
Oh, HTK is Hidden Markov Model Toolkit, is a proprietary software toolkit for handling HMMs. It is mainly intended for speech recognition, but has been used in many other pattern recognition. So it's like Markov chain recognition. Okay, let's see. HMM, Hidden Markov Model.
Hey, Shredney?
So you can have an... What the hell?
Shredney?
Yes.
You alright?
No, it's like, I've gone down the rabbit hole of weird shit.
It just has Wikipedia open in another tab.
As we do.
As
Yeah, I
one
mean,
does.
Well, in another application, because, like, I'm on,
Gotcha.
like, Chrome while I'm on... Oh, crap. I need to, like, get the, laptop charger for this.
Oh no!
It's telling
Run,
you the
Shredney,
thing.
run!
No, I mean, no, it's not at low power yet. It's just that I'm, 31%.
That's low power on one of my computers.
That is... Yeah, that's really...
Neither ones have particularly good battery life. Okay,
But,
I guess I'll take this.
Okay,
spending
I'm gonna
challenge.
look up audio codecs on Wikipedia and see what kind of weird shit I turn.
I have a thing that I want to bring up that's not related to that, but you can certainly do that while we talk about this as well. So the past, like, couple weeks, we've been doing Crunchy Roulette streams on my server. Are you
Uh-huh.
familiar with the concept?
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
So, yesterday, just in general, like, there's like a lot of ground we have to cover, because it's been 2 weeks since you were on the show, and we've done most of these over the past 2 weeks. We ended up watching, the first one we did, we ended up watching, High School Fleet. Are you familiar with that show?
High school what?
High School Fleet.
Oh, yeah, the like, cute little girls run a ship thing.
Oh, but you don't know the secret about it, though. Is that what you're telling me?
I know a little about it, but I'm gonna, like, let you explain it.
So, High School Fleet starts off as being, like, ostensibly about, you know, like a simple slice of life show, about these girls who run a ship at their ship running academy. It takes place in a, what at first appears to be a parallel universe, so like a fantasy world. You know what I mean? And then, like, the first episode is these characters getting on their boat, and they, like, are doing training exercises. Then they get lost at sea. And the end of the first episode is them coming back to port and their training instructor firing on them, apparently trying to kill them without any explanation. And then the
Oh,
last
dear.
shot in the first episode, like, zooms out and shows where they are on the world. And they're, like, in Japan, but there's a bunch of, like, infrastructure buildup around the entire island. It's all, like, covered in a mesh. And, like, really sinister music plays. It's, like,
I knew that it was like it is little girls actually manning cannons and shit. I did know
like,
that.
I haven't seen the rest of the show. I might watch it at some point. I don't know. But, like, it does the Gakko Garashi thing. Like, you think it's gonna be about cute girls, and then it's about murder, death, kill, fuck on the high seas.
Well, I mean, yeah. Although it is, to be fair, with Gakko Garashi, from what I know about it, there is like nuance to it. It's just like,
Well, yeah, but I just mean like they do the same thing
oh
in
yeah,
the
like
first episode.
suddenly
Yeah.
in the first episode, it's like, oh,
It's like you thought you were getting one thing, but actually it's this other thing.
it's like you
You get taken
I
for a
thought I
ride.
was going to have a nice piece of sushi. There's so much wasabi.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's kind of a
the,
mystery show. Okay.
Uh,
I actually,
so,
unfortunately, had like one of the later twists spoiled to me, just incidentally. But I don't know. I still might watch it anyway. It seems
so
vaguely interesting.
Like the okay, I'm looking at audio codecs. So their uncompressed codecs include LPCM or PCM, which is usually in a container format such as WAV, AIFF, or .au, or as RAW.
Anonymous user.
There's also FFmpeg, which I have heard of. There is the direct stream digital format, which is a subset of pulse density modulation format, which is used for Super Audio CD, which I actually know about.
Is there .planetjane?
That's you, Jane.
Yes, it is. That's me.
So okay, there's like
Sorry.
so okay, there's like there's FLAC. Well, actually, no. FFmpeg is the thing that can read PCM rather. But so there's like flat. So in terms of lossless compressed formats, there's FLAC, ALAC, which is Apple lossless, which I already talked about, which is like a variation on AAC. There's APE, as I already talked about. There's Optim FROG, or OFR.
Optim Frog?
Yeah,
It's the optimal frog. It's the best one.
It's Maximum Frog.
They found it.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this. This one is pretty esoteric. It is a proprietary lossless audio data compression codec developed by Florin Guido.
Who the fuck is Florin Guido?
It's a person.
Like that's supposed to like give us some information. Like, oh yeah, it was developed by Ramble John Bumblefuck.
It's optimized for very high compression ratios at the expense of encoding and decoding speed. It is lossy, but it is aimed to fill the gap between perpetual coding and lossless coding. As
Perpetual coding sounds so sinister.
This file can be used in combination with the main lossy encoded file for lossless decoding, but not, unlike WavePack Hybrid, for instance, for playback.
Do you guys ever wonder why our show is so niche?
So what?
So niche.
It is pretty niche, yeah, and because we talk about
audio formats for an hour. That's okay.
Both Optim Frog file formats use APE version 2 tags to store the metadata.
It's an alliance between the frog and the ape. Now we're getting,
Oh,
like,
this-
into shonen plot territory.
Okay, here's one that's great.
Wait.
Tom's...
Wait.
No, listen to this.
Okay.
Tom's verlustfreier Audiokompressor.
What the fuck did you just call me?
Fight!
Fight!
We
It's,
have fun here.
yeah, or TAK, and apparently it was developed by a guy named Tom, and there's not a wiki article.
Tom! Developed by Tom. Just by himself.
There's, WavePack, which I've seen before, there's True Audio.
WavePack is what they use to encode Tupac albums.
The way that that one's pretty good, Jane. Also, as far as the name Tom is involved, kind of reminds me of the origin story of how MP3 ended up becoming a thing.
Huh.
So, as what I remember about it was that the guy that was doing like the whole compression system, like what the like song that he was using to figure it out and everything, was actually Tom Steiner.
Tom Steiner, wait, what? Could you repeat that?
The guy who invented MP3s, he was using Tom Steiner to test his compression thing.
Yeah,
Huh.
the algorithms and stuff.
Who is Tom Steiner again?
Tom Steiner is that song with the chorus with no words in it. It's
Not to be confused with Century,
Oh,
which
Tom's... Oh, I thought you said Tom Steiner. Not Tom's Diner by Suzanne Vega.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you guys that I, like, actually fucking loathe that song? I really do not like it. It, like, creeps me out.
I mean,
I
that's
don't-
actually a really dark album.
I don't get it.
I mean, like this... Like, it's a set of character studies, and the second song on it is about Luca, which is about a girl who... It's very clear that it's about a girl who is, you know, a neglected child in a family where her father is abusive towards her mother.
Okay.
It is not a
Yeah.
cheery album. Also, there's like Blood
Evidently
Makes
not.
Noise, I think, is on that album, which is about like when you have like really high adrenaline moving, you know, and like you can't hear anything because your ears are ringing from your blood moving.
That sure is a song
Jesus
concept,
Christ.
Sue. I think I might,
Yeah.
like, have an aversion to this person's music.
I really like Suzanne Vega personally. My late
Well,
father was
clearly, we must fight.
Fight!
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm
that's-
sure the rest of her music is lovely. I just, like, don't like Tom Steiner because it makes me feel an emotion that I don't think has a name yet.
like, what is the emotion?
Actually, was anybody in chat there for the Crunchy Roulette stream yesterday? And remember how I freaked out about that one character's eyes in the show that we watched? It is that exact same emotion.
Huh. Okay, so
Okay,
like,
Hines was there. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about.
okay, so apparently Windows Media actually has, you know, like fucking Windows Media Player has a lossless audio format that
Yeah,
I'm
isn't that
pretty sure
WMV?
nobody fucking uses.
Or is that something else? What's the extension?
WMAL.
Huh.
Wamal. Why do I have an extra life?
Like, yeah, like Windows Media Audio
Oh, right.
Lossless.
I completely forgot that I picked up Judas's Shadow.
WMA Lossless.
I like
Let's
that
see.
sometimes we just talk about things that have, might even say most of the time, have like literally nothing at all to do with the game.
So, oh yeah,
We've
but
taken the
true,
never talk about Isaac philosophy to the extreme.
yeah, like, so is, not tits, and ass. It is true audio. Um,
The true audio.
Now hold on, I have a question. Variety streamers talking about the games they play.
uh,
Dance game.
but so, like, apparently, that actually has, VLC
But
support and a few other things.
I
Then
have a question
there's-
about that one. The
Yeah,
extension is TTA, and the name is True Audio, right?
what does it stand for? Yeah, that's my question.
What is the first T for? Also, why is my controller bugging out? Oh, because I accidentally deselected the window. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. Yeah, that's weird.
The first T for, like, the or something?
The true audio.
The one
sounds-
true audio.
Okay, so in terms of other, lossless compression formats, there's, DTS. There's Dolby True HD.
Is there DTF?
I think
I
the
died.
true greatest audio format would be DTFMA. No, DTMFA, rather. Got that wrong.
Down to motherfucking ass kick?
No, it's, dump the motherfucker already.
Ah. We're gonna play as Eden now, because I died.
Dan Savage is famous for using that in his
Oh.
advice column
We
when
started
things are particularly bad.
with Mom's Knife. Hey, can somebody in chat play the role of Northern Lions comment section real quick? Oh, hey, this item.
Meridian lossless packaging, MPEG4 audio lossless coding, which is apparently a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
There's more MP. Oh, real audio lossless. Do people use Real Player anymore?
I hope not. Like, maybe like somebody in Russia who like hasn't gotten a new computer since 2004.
This is really fucking funny. They say
You missed Tinted Rock, you buffoon.
Under lossless compression, they have actively used. They have most popular, other, which includes DTS and real audio lossless, and oddball.
Oddball.
Which, for example, HRAC Advanced Lossless, or AAL, extremely unpopular. They actually note it as extremely unpopular.
That's just mean.
On fucking Wikipedia.
I like the occasional, like, lapses in tone on Wikipedia. It's really good.
I mean, apparently
You know what I mean?
it's like, yes, I know exactly what you mean. So, apparently it is, widely supported in older Walkman players.
Oh, of course. You know. Older Walkman players.
And in, like, a few other
Christ,
things.
like, I own...
But it's extremely... Okay, if you want it like an esoteric format, that's it.
Yeah. I own a portable tape player. And, like, you know...
So, apparently, they're, like, under, discontinued lossless formats, there's Shorten, which I already told you about, SHN. There's, lossless audio, which has not been updated in over 10 years.
You know there's at least one person out there who's still, like... That's the best one. and I'm gonna keep using
Yeah,
it
oh my god, there definitely is.
until I
Like,
no
same with
longer
short-
can. Yeah.
Oh, there's also, there are also the predecessor formats, LPAC and LTAC to, well, LTAC is the precursor to LPAC, and LPAC is the precursor to MPEG for ALS. Which is not to get confused with getting ALS from an MPEG4, which is probably not a thing that can happen.
Shredney. We, like, actually need to change topics now because my brain is melting.
From
Like,
MPG4
yes,
ALS?
there's just too many. There's too many. We've had this conversation before. I don't like things where there's too many or not enough. And that one is too many.
There are so many!
There's a lot.
Like, holy fucking shit. 40,000. That is a musical
propose that we go back to vinyl records. Exclusively. No other music now. Just that.
I'm going to bookmark this on my desktop because
so you can review
like
it on
this-
your own time.
yes, because I have like this horrifying ambition to like release something on all of these.
Why do you hate yourself and your fans?
Because hate is what gives me life, Jane. I thrive on hate.
Insert heavy metal music here.
I
Actually,
mean, yeah,
I
like,
Thrive on Hate does sound like a metal title. For some
it sounds
subgenre,
like,
sure.
specifically, it sounds very black metal.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I thrive on hate.
You guys think... I know that talking about the game is like forbidden, but do you guys think we should reroll because I have the knife and it makes the game too easy?
I mean, I mean.
Let's
just,
go!
You know, it's just you being a fucking casual. It's nothing new.
What the hell is this? What is this?
It's me shaming
No.
you. For
Are you looking at
casual.
this?
The weird borderline bullet hell shit going on.
I am a god.
I
Vegeta.
guess that you.
What does the scouter say about her power level?
It's over 9,000.
I like watching this game get broken.
Alternately, it gives her shmup power.
Your tears are a binary tree. Is that like a fractal object? Because I think that's what's going on here. Like, they just keep splitting and they get infinitely smaller.
Your tears are a binary tree. That sounds like the title of, like, a breakcore track or something.
By Venetian snares. I also have that item that causes me to shoot in the direction that I'm moving in. This is, we're having a good time here today.
Having a good time.
Singing and dancing and having a wonderful time. Pheromones. What do you guys think about... Actually, let's go back to the subject of breakfast cereals. We didn't talk about it enough. What is your favorite breakfast cereal?
AAL audio format.
No! Trey, what's your favorite breakfast cereal? Trey, man?
Trey?
Trevor!
Can't hear you.
Maybe he, like, went to do something real quick?
No, I mean, I kind of distantly heard his voice at one point. Sort of, maybe?
Well, that might mean that he's, like, away from the computer. We'll have to ask him when he comes back. I already told you all that you probably don't know Muesli, and it made me sad. I am dimly aware of the existence of Muesli, but I forget what it is. It's like a British, grain cereal, right?
Wait, I put that under the wrong bookmark folder.
Did you accidentally put your audio formats in your serial bookmarks again?
No, I put it under listening when it should be under musicking.
God damn it, Shredney. You did it again! I don't know what I'm on about.
I did it again.
I played with your heart. Got lost in this game.
Lost in the game.
Oh baby, baby, oops, you think I'm in love. That I'm sent from above. But I'm not that innocent. That was fun. I wish Trey was here to witness it. I'm worried.
Yeah, like, I need to sing those things in the most operatic voice possible. You know what's really weird is singing early Beatles songs in a super operatic voice.
What's your favorite breakfast cereal?
That's a difficult question because
I
they
know.
have different benefits.
I know, that's why it's an interesting question. Look at what... This happens when I don't shoot, but when I move forward. Look at what my tears are doing. It's like a slow radiation of bullets.
It's, well, you are, we Toho now, boys and girls. Really janky, low-rent Toho.
Low-rent Toho. That's mood.
Yeah, that is pretty mood.
Do you ever wonder... Actually, do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating on the wind, hoping to start again?
I was thinking of that song earlier and making a joke about it on this very show. Because, like, in terms of our private memes, I think that's one of them.
That's not a private meme. I got bad news for you. Like that song...
Who memed it? Who memed it?
Well, you're gonna hate me for bringing this guy up because he's a dick and none of us like him. But, JonTron covered it at one point, and that version became like a meme for some reason.
I mean, the fact of the matter is that, like, the guy, despite the fact that he later revealed himself to be a total cock biscuit,
total cock biscuit.
Was influential and important as a YouTube personality.
Yeah, I guess that's true. From the Wikipedia, muesli is a breakfast and brunch dish based on raw rolled oats and other ingredients, like grains, fresh or dried fruits, seeds, and nuts, that may be mixed with cow's milk, soy milk, almond milk, other plant milks, yogurt, or fruit juice. Huh. So it's like a category of food.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
That's interesting. What is the best kind of muesli?
I don't know, because I haven't had it.
You should tell us, Gogo, what the best kind of muesli is. Or Mosley? Mosley? Mausoleum? Mussolini?
Mussolini is a different matter.
Mussolini, the dictator of cereal. Mersley is Mersley in German? Is that how, am I saying that right? Man, where'd you go?
I'm trying to think of, like, the dictator of cereal. I'm trying to think of, like, a cereal-based pun on the name of Bashar al-Assad. Because Syria.
Cereal! Oh my god. The Mad Men. They've done it. An entire food country was right under our noses this entire time. We had no idea.
Yeah, god, what is a good pun based on the name Bashar al-Assad?
Now I'm thinking about Big Enough again.
Oh yeah, oh my god.
Serious in
oh.
Syria, you gotta be big enough. That's a
Yeah.
good song. I feel like I
It
can't
is.
listen to it anymore now because that was last year. Is that you typing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm concerned about Trey. He's not back. Maybe he went to use
Trey,
the bathroom or
what's
something.
wrong? What have you done?
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating on the wind, hoping to start again?
But I mean, it's more like we've made it our own, you know?
True.
In a way, I feel like we have. Just like I mean, in general, I think we have made many strange things our own.
We have, like the Warrior Cats books.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I completely forgot to mention this. I have great news about the Warrior Cats books.
Do fucking tell.
I looked, and I still have the set that I read when I was in middle school.
Oh!
Middle school, early high school. It's
I am going to run it and get the charger, and then we shall continue to talk about this.
Alright.
Because this is fucking important.
Very important. How you guys doing out there in Radio Free Europe? And also America, Africa, Asia, Australia. I mean, Antarctica, if any of the girls from Further Than the Universe are listening. I do often think about, Radio Free Europe. Yeah, Calling All in Transit. Radio Free Europe. It's a song. Calling all in transit. Radio Free Europe. Radio. Also, I think Radio Free Europe was the name of an actual radio station at one point. But don't quote me there. Is that? Oh, no. Alright. Well, Ba 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 doo ba doo ba 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 doo ba doo ba 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 doo ba doo wa ba boo wa wa boo wa ba. See, part of the problem is I feel like I kind of have lost the ability to stream on my own. What? Banana Zoo, ooh baby, do what you wanna do, Banana Zoo. Concern. Hello again, Shredney. Shredney. I think he's plugging a thing in.
In case you're wondering, sometimes I do indeed start singing Sonic Youth's Hey Joni to myself. And I don't remember half the lyrics.
Hey, Joan. E.
No. No. If you're going to make a joke relating to that song, you look up that song.
No.
Do it.
It's funnier when I don't know the lyrics because
Where
then
is Trey?
I have to imagine because I pinged him in the group DM. So if it was a problem with his mic or something, I think he would have said something by now. So I have to imagine he was accosted by his family for some reason or another. And we'll be back at a later time. Hopefully soon. It's not the same when it's not all three of us. I like streaming with just two of us as well, but, there's a terrific trio kind of dynamic going on.
Yeah, especially considering the historic importance of you finding those old Warrior Cats books.
Yeah! Uh, they have like a little thing that they all came in and everything still.
Oh, good. I am happy.
Actually, maybe for like the last bit of the stream, we can ostensibly play GeoGuessr, but I can go like look at the back covers of those and see if they're hilarious.
You could even read excerpts.
Oh, fuck, I could. That's a dangerous thought. That's what that
I mean,
is.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's true.
That's how streams go from lasting 3 hours to lasting 30 hours. Just
Oh,
read
no.
the
I
entire
was
fucking
thinking more
Warrior
along
Cats
the lines
book.
of, like, I was thinking more along the lines of some bizarrely litigious person is like, you know, inexplicably watching the stream. And
No.
is like, I'm gonna try to sue you for that.
I
hope
was at
not.
one point. I know I talk about other streamers like weirdly often on this show, especially the NLSS, but
That's fine.
years ago now, which makes me feel very old. There was a stream by J Smith OTI, who was like one of the NLSS people, and it ended up going for 72 hours straight. And at one point, he actually fell asleep.
Whoa.
He actually fell asleep. So what they did was they hopped into the Skype call, and they all read they read the entire script of Pulp Fiction, and then I think one of the Star Wars prequels while he
Oh,
slept, and there was just
wow.
nothing on stream except for I think like a Counter-Strike lobby or something. It was
Oh,
actually great.
man.
Most of it is on YouTube. I don't think the entire thing is. Also, like, years before everyone knew that he was kind of a shithead, PewDiePie was on it for like 5 minutes.
Huh.
It was just a very odd time. But it was a magical time.
Now I'm just remembering the fact that, like, large segments of the many years of Desert Bus for Hope are indeed on YouTube. And, like,
Good.
those streams, some of the later ones go on continuously for something like 148 hours.
Yeah. But, like, the thing about the 78-hour stream was that or 72-hour stream was that it was not planned. It just happened.
That's really fucking wild.
Yeah. Like, you have to be at a very specific time in your life when you to do that kind of thing. I sort of wanted to try doing something, like, not to that level, but just, like, a really long stream for our first anniversary, but I don't know how practical that is.
Just like the endless stream.
Just
This
like
is the stream that never ends.
like,
It just goes
yeah.
on, my friends.
Just, like, from, like, 7 p.m., like, until we get tired, basically.
Yeah,
And then just, like, invite a bunch of people on. I'll run that by Trey, and you can, like,
Yeah.
see... We'll see if there's, like, a good time to do that. 'Cause it sounds like fun.
Yeah, like...
I do wish that I could, like, stream off of my PlayStation and still talk to you guys. Because...
Yeah.
There might be a way I could figure that out. I'll have to, like, look at that. Because a fun thing to do would be to play through the entirety of Dark Souls 3 in, like, one stream. If I could pull it off. I don't know that I could. I'm, like, decent at that game, but that would be quite the task. Although, when I did get that, I did stream it for 5 hours, just kind of because.
Just play one of those, like, older JRPGs. Just play the entire thing through.
No, I don't have the patience for that kind of shit. Like, that's just too much. But then we
can, like, all of us can do dramatic readings of the silly dialogue.
No, like, I get where you're coming from, but like, JRPGs are not my favorite genre, and also...
that is understandable.
Like, old ones especially tend to be really tedious. It'd be more fun with you guys than by myself. We could play through, like, an entire Pokemon game or something.
Oh god.
I think it would be more fun to have, like, a ton of different games, though. Anyway, if this ends up happening, you guys watched the planning be hatched live.
Indeed. I'm just thinking of, like, sufficiently long games that are, like, really strange. Like, what's like, oh no, you purchase Oikospiel and play the whole thing straight through.
I don't know what that is, and also I'm broke.
And also what?
Also, I'm broke.
Oh. Well, actually, you can get it for free, because the thing is, Oikospiel, here's the thing about Oikospiel, is that you can, it will give you a suggested, price based on entering, it doesn't register any of this stuff, your household income, which you can register as high or as low as you want, and then it also has a tiny windmill on the screen that you can run your mouse back and forth and work off the amount of money that it advises you to pay.
But why?
Because it is a really weird, trade unionist experimental opera that's also a video game? And also there's like a village from Ocarina of Time that's just straight up inside of it for reasons. And you play as a crystal...
could play Anodyne.
I don't know anything about Anodyne.
Anodyne is a Zelda-esque action RPG inspired by Yume Nikki. It is a very strange game. I shouldn't say these things in that voice, because that makes people think it's like a definite thing. Whereas we're mostly just kind of spitballing. Anyway, I have to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Cool. What?
I have to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. It's
the
my
game,
turn
actually.
to do bad karaoke. It's just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She does a midnight train going anywhere. I didn't know I could get that high up. Don't stop believing. No, I can't get that far. See, the secret is, I am the most obnoxious member of this stream. The most obnoxious. Radio Free Europe. Good song. Also, Radio Free Europe was the thing back in the, Cold War? Well, it was before the Cold War, actually. It goes back to, like, World War II. Trey, where are you? Please come back, Trey. Please? Oh dear. Oh, thank you, Trey. Hey, I am looking at Trey's Discord, and there's a gif of a ferret stealing socks. Jane? Jane?
What?
There's, in the, in Trey's Discord, there's a gif of a ferret stealing socks.
Let me see.
It's so good.
What channel is it in?
Shit posts. Most recent post. And of course, I was added.
Has Trey gotten back yet?
No, unfortunately not.
Free
I
Trey
haven't noticed as
2018.
much. I did fill in for him doing terrible karaoke.
That's good. But, like, I'm kind of concerned. Hopefully nothing serious happened. I'm sure it's just, like,
Yeah, same.
he, like, needed to do something, but you know how I
Yeah,
am.
probably.
I always worry.
Yeah, same.
But we will have a slot for him always on our program.
Indeed.
I'm gonna eat this other Pop-Tart now.
8-track advanced lossless is a scalable lossless
No!
audio codec that records lossy 8-track 3 or 8-track plus 3 plus stream and supplements it with a stream of correction information stored within the file itself that allows the original signal to be reproduced if desired. I'll behave now. Jane?
Yes.
I was just making sure that I hadn't been blocked for my terrible. Oh, did you really name that channel It's the Gay Shack?
Actually, that was Epitome who did that.
Okay.
It used to just be called That Gay Shit. And then
I know.
yesterday, like really early in the morning, we were group watching something on Monster's High Dive account, actually, which I've now forgotten the name of. Hold on, let me look. It's a show about women who drink together. It's like 12-minute episodes.
Oh, Takonomi?
That might be it. It's airing right now.
That's the one, the beer anime.
Yeah, Takonomi. And
The lesbian beer anime.
yeah, so like by the time we were it was me, Mansuda, and Win. And by the time we were done, we were basically just saying gay at each other over and over again. We like lost the ability to form coherent. Oh, okay. Trey is calling it a night. Alright.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, that is fine. But at the same time, do you think that we can, like, go all Gondor calls for aid and, like, summon Win or something?
We could.
Like, if they're
Honestly,
available.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, if Win is available during our streams, they are usually in the chat. If they're watching and they want to hop in, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let me think.
That's true.
Honestly, like we don't stream just you and I very often, so it's cool.
Oh, true. It is neat.
If we end up going for a while, because I'm kind of in the mood to just stream for longer than usual, then maybe we can add somebody in.
Just roll.
Just roll until we're bored.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the, like, 13-hour stream, but we might go for, like, four or five. But I need to finish this Pop-Tart, though.
You know, I almost resent, like, all this excellent fan art of Link in that Gerudo quasi-harem outfit, because making me find a well-known video game character sexy is just unfair and low and evil.
That outfit is actually, like, great.
It is.
I, like, never
really
openly profess attraction to dudes, but he looks really, really good in that outfit.
It is fucking sublime.
Anyway, that was our, like, once a stream horny on main thing, I guess.
It is like,
you know.
androphilic thirst moment. Just, you know, um, yeah. I mean, I am much more overtly thirsty on main on this channel than anyone else.
That
I mean,
link, though.
Trey being ace, and you being more dignified than I am.
I'm
kinda
only
rules
dignified
fast.
when I'm on camera.
I know, but still.
I remember, actually, one of the things, and this is something I wanted to mention because we're doing it tomorrow. One of the things we ended up doing was, on one of the Crunchy Roulette streams, we ended up watching the first episode of Occult Academy, which is
Okay.
a show I had never heard of before. But the protagonist is, like, catered, designed specifically for me. Not actually, but, like,
Oh
it feels
my.
that way. And most of my commentary while we were watching that was just like, she's very good. And now, tomorrow, we're group watching the first half of the series on my server. So, you know.
Yeah, it's like... This is not a thirsty example, this is just a... this character is great example. It's like, the only reason oh yeah, I went off about this before. It's like, the only reason I was, like, able to get through, like, the first, god, like, 4/5 of Sword of the Stranger was because it's, like, the kid, Kotaro, is adorable
Yeah.
and also badass. He's, like, the best character ever, and his dog is great. Him and his dog are, like, yeah, him and his dog are the best fucking thing about that movie. The main character, nominal main character, is kind of boring. Until the end when you find out, like, what his deal is, and, like, why he is the way he is, and he develops depth! And it's, like, actually really heart-wrenching.
Thankfully, he does not develop death.
Yeah, he almost develops death.
He comes very close to developing death, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, yeah, Sword of the Stranger is one of those movies that, like, the ending is, like, the best part, and also, like, the kid is great. And it's like, you know, it's like you watch it for the kid and the dog, and for the final scene, and that's it.
Watchitforthedog.com.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I mean, you could also say that, like,
hey, Shredney.
Like, I feel like Cowboy Bebop is a great show that you should still watch for the dog.
Shredney.
The kid and the dog.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What is your favorite breakfast cereal?
You asked me that before, and I don't fucking know. All I can say is... let me think about this for a second. I'm really gonna have to meditate on it.
Makes me do.
AAL's use of a core, lossy, and residual correction stream.
I'm going to fucking eat you.
MPG4 SLS. Dolby True HD and OGG
I can't believe I have this show tagged as chill in Twitch's community thing.
It's a fucking lie.
I'm sorry to anybody who came here from that tag.
Oh, and also, Gogo, about Link. Gogo knows what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that everybody agrees on that. It is a universal truth. That, yeah.
Don't use Bald Demon in my chat. It haunts my soul.
What?
It's one of Northern Lion's sub-emotes. It's called Bald Demon. It's like his face with like a red filter over it laughing.
Oh no! Yeah, I can kind of see it. Oh no!
Horrifying.
Oh no! It's his whole face! Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! So anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I'm
No,
gonna
I accidentally turned the entire room into bombs.
So if I'm gonna be boring as shit, I'm just gonna say Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms are
I
alright.
actually, I enjoy Captain Crunch. Not quite as much. I quite enjoy several varieties of Frosted Shredded Wheat, and oh, you know what I love?
What?
The Girl Scout Caramel Crunch cereal.
Oh yeah,
which
you were
is
eating those
based
on stream
Samoa's. Yeah.
at one point, weren't you?
Yeah, like that's one of the only types of cereal I can eat dry anymore. Like,
I actually eat.
but with
This is
milk.
like kind of weird, but I never eat my cereal with milk.
I used to be like that, but I just kind of can't anymore.
I
It
just,
feels
like,
wrong.
I don't know. Like, I don't like my foods mixed. I guess I don't know. Maybe that's it.
Also, you dive down a pipe that I'm not sure whether it looks more like a trachea or an anus.
Given this game, probably both. We're in a
Probably
place.
both.
We're in a place called the Scarred Womb. Like, you know, it's just
So, okay.
Isaac's just
so
like
it's-
this.
So you just jump down the death vagina.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah. And now we get penny
Okay.
tears. Money. It's a guess.
So you shoot money out of your face.
Yeah, you know.
You know, the usual, everyday defensive capabilities of a small child.
Yeah.
Shooting money out of their faces, covering themselves in war paint, riding on a broom.
Wait, where'd the broom come from?
Oh no, it's the whole thing where you gain the powers of the Horseman of the Apocalypse. where
Ah.
he's a hobby horse.
Yes, I understand. I understand. I'm smart.
This is a weird fucking game.
It's a very strange game. Development is ending soon for this. They're coming out with the last mini expansion, and that will be the end of. Provided they don't announce anything else, that will be the end of official support for Isaac, which the community is less sad about than you might think, because there's this whole thing with the devs don't care about the game anymore, and yada yada. At least that's what some people think, and I don't entirely disagree, but I don't know.
I mean, I can kind of understand if they might just want to like move on or do other
I
things.
mean, the Binding of Isaac as an IP has been a thing for most of this decade. Like, I think the original came out in 2011, 2012, and then Wrath of the Lamb came out, and then
For
Rebirth.
some reason, I feel like I remember it from earlier than that. Like, it's
There was like a
been
little.
around a while.
There was like a little flash demo, I think, at one point. I don't really remember much about
Yeah,
that.
like, I
though.
think the Flash demo goes back further.
I don't know if that's actually older or if that's just like literally the first levels of the actual game. I'm not sure. And then
Yeah,
there's
it's like-
Eternal Isaac, which is the version that Florian Himsel is still developing by himself, which is just strange and kind of depressing. But you didn't hear that from me.
You mean the development or the game?
The development. Florian Himsel is the other
Oh.
guy who worked on the original Flash Isaac, and he was not brought back for Rebirth.
Huh.
I don't know the story there. I don't know if there is a story there, or if it was just like a business thing. It was released on the 29th of September 2011. Well, there you go. I've been on and off watching NL play this goddamn game for almost 7 years. Yeah. Well, he started playing it back when he still lived in South Korea, I think, right?
Wow, what? Why was he living in South Korea?
He was an English teacher over there for a little while.
Huh, neat.
And then he moved back to Canada. I think Florian Himsel can't code C++. He's exclusively a Flash coder. Oh, maybe. I don't know. That could very well be it. I have no clue.
And also, Flash is, like, losing support really
Yeah.
rapidly.
Like, I've talked about how this is not a well-optimized game, which is true. It's not.
But, yeah, like...
But the
yeah,
original Flash Isaac just
Yeah.
doesn't work on anything that I own anymore. And the game used to run fine. It was one of the few games that ran well on my old Acer before I got the laptops that I have now. But yeah, actually, I bought Teletran, my like larger big laptop, right after I entered college and shortly after I got the game. So I've had this computer for almost 7 years. An old fellow. There is also the thing with Danny B, so there might be something going on in the background. Yeah, honestly, like, who knows? I'm excited for... Danny B's the guy who did the music for the original game, and he was also replaced for the remake by Ridiculon, whose soundtrack I actually like a good deal better, but who knows? The main thing I'm excited for with Isaac's development ending is, like, the game kind of being unofficially handed over to the community, because there's already a lot of, like, really good and extensive mods out there, and there are just gonna be more, because this fan base isn't going anywhere. So, I'm cool with, like, Isaac going the way of, like, NetHack, where there's like a couple different versions of the game depending on what you want to play, developed by different people. Oh, hey, Lexinator is now playing Resident Evil 7.
Huh.
Thanks for telling me that, Steam. But, yeah.
Hi, Lex.
Hello, Lex. But, yeah, like, I'm
pretty... if Lex weren't playing Resident Evil 7, we could, like, summon him here.
We could. You can ping him anyway if you want. Lex has never been on the show before, I don't think. We planned to have him on the one day.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on,
and then he
like,
couldn't
when
come,
I was out once.
Yeah, and then I think something happened where he couldn't come, so I don't know if we just canceled that day or what. I only, like, intermittently remember things from past streams we've done, because we've now done, like, let me think here. One a week for the past... One a week, and we brought the show back in, like, October? Is that right?
I think so. I can't remember
so that's,
exactly. Something.
It's like a good 20 or so, I think. And then we had all the ones before that. Oh, hey, this will really fuck up the frame rate. Spirit Eye. Let's go! It's not really doing anything dramatic.
For some
right
reason,
now.
I'm just having that, DJ Snake's drop from Turn Down for What?
Did you know that there's... Skrillex made a mashup of that and Fat Lip by Sum 41?
Oh my god, that sounds glorious.
It's not, like, as cool as you'd think.
Yeah, but still.
It's good that it exists.
The dank memes, Jane.
The dank. It's off the charts. Rolling through the party. Rolling through the party like my name was El Nino, hanging out drinking in the back of an El Camino. As a kid was a skid. Nobody knew me by name. I crashed my own house party because nobody came.
You're a kid, you're a squid, etc.
You're a kid, you're a skid. And I know not the funny thought you knew back in high school. We had to. That's a good song that I enjoy.
It's like Fat Lip has unexpectedly good guitar work. Yeah,
It's a good. It's a good.
It's a yeah, it's a like it does that post-hardcore modal thing, like in that
hey.
section, like it's not really.
Discord.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just checking Discord real quick. I saw pings and I didn't realize it was something else. No problems. No problems in Twitchland.
Yeah, Lex is just doing his own thing.
He's busy.
Oh, and
this
apparently, apparently Senti's doing a Sailor Moon stream.
Yeah, she's been doing those like intermittently for a while now.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. Yep.
Yeah, like there's a lot of Sailor Moon.
There is. I started reading the manga like a couple days ago, and it's really campy, but also a good amount of fun.
Yeah. Also, the woman who wrote that is married to the guy who did Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho.
I knew that. I think you brought it up
Yeah,
before. Actually, it's
I have brought it up
fascinating
before,
piece of trivia.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, she's the one who keeps him from like basically like behaving in an unhealthy fashion with respect to his work habits. I think that might be why he takes more hiatuses, is simply because like for a while there, like he had a whole in an interview he gave a an algebra equation to calculate how much actual spare time mangaka have.
Oh.
Based on, extracting sleep, eating, bodily functions, and just how relentless manga schedules are. And it's like 3 hours a week going by how much he worked.
Life is complicated sometimes.
Yeah. So, like, honestly, to me, it's no wonder that he takes, like, multi-month hiatuses on that comic. Because, like, the way he just, like, because of the fact...
He has severe
he ended
back
Yu-Gi-Oh!
problems?
Hakusho. Yeah, he had a lot of issues, physical health issues and things, but also, like, he intentionally ended, like, Yu Yu Hakusho as fast as he possibly could, because he was just getting sick of writing on a weekly basis.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and just, and he said he always kind of regretted it. I think that there's a revival of it happening, or, like, I can't remember whether he's involved, or, like, but
like the IP
apparently
was sold to somebody else, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're apparently, like, completing the story finally, so I think that I'm pretty sure it's with his blessing.
Interesting.
At the very least. But it's because he's always said, like, that he had more to tell in the story.
Are you seeing these coins, man? Like...
Yeah, the exploding coins?
Yeah. Beggar's Cup. Luck to the Destitute. I forget what this does. I think it's like more luck the less money you have. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Yeah? Do 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 do.
I am staring into the redness.
You okay over there?
I am staring into the redness.
I've played that game before.
It's so deep.
Threadney.
Like the inside of the human
Threadney!
body, the human soul.
Threadney. Threadney!
Yes, Jane?
Stop that.
I don't know what you mean.
Angry.
I mean, it's better than, you know, like... I mean, the...
Are you gonna read
As we
fucking
all know-
details about audio formats again? Is that
As we
where
all
this is
know,
going?
As we all know, the 20 primary genders are strungry, hangry, and AAL.
That's only 3! You didn't even name
the rest
20
of them are
things.
just the rest of them are just combinations of horny, hungry, angry, and various audio formats.
Oh. I died. Alright,
Who's
well...
to say that? Who's to say that strungry isn't an audio format? It could
Not
be.
strung.
You didn't let me get that far down the list.
Alright, yeah. Shapes and forms. Shapes and forms.
And forms.
Shapes and forms.
Shapes and forms.
See, the simple thing to do here would be to play GeoGuessr, but we, like, always do that. So, I'm gonna go see if I remember where I put those books, and I will grab one.
I mean, we can play GeoGuessr at the same time.
True. We'll see.
Okay, compelling. And what costume shall the poor girl wear to all tomorrow's party?
Alright. I'm back. I'm gonna make another tweet about this because I don't often do excerpt readings.
Dramatic readings.
I don't know if it's gonna be long enough to qualify for that particular
Distinction.
yeah, but we'll see.
Honestly, I'm seeing that little notification bell there, and I can't handle it. Because whenever I see a notification on Twitter, I must see it.
I'll look at it in a second. Probably not anything important.
I mean, I don't want to look at your notifications on Twitter. I'm just
You
saying
can just
that
look
it's
away.
driving me insane.
Just like look away and I'll check
I
them.
must look away. I shall not look at her. Like Udo Kier in Melancholia refusing to look at Kirsten Dunst.
Do 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 do. Oh, people liking my tweet, making a joke about Waluigi. Alright, so I would like to ask you, Shredney, to pick your poison. Are you clipping your toenails?
No, I was actually cracking my toe. I don't know what they would call them, knuckles? You know what I mean?
Okay, that's what that sound was. Anyway, I just realized that A, this is actually missing one of them, and B, they're out of order. So, which shall we read from? Warriors 1, Into the Wild, Warriors 4, Rising Storm. Warriors 2, Fire and Ice. Warriors 5.
Fire and Ice sounds extremely power metal.
Warriors
You need to
5,
do
A
it.
Dangerous Path. Or Warriors 6, The Darkest Hour.
Fire and Ice, clearly.
Fire and Ice. Okay. Fireheart is a ThunderClan warrior cat now, but danger still lurks in the forest and possibly closer than he thinks. With the chill of winter setting in, the cats of the rival River Clan are growing restless, while Wind Clan is weak and facing threats from all sides. As tensions build to an explosive climax, those are their words, not mine, Fireheart faces
naughty.
not only imminent battle, but betrayal from within his own clan. Praise for Warriors Book 1, Into the Wild. Action-packed adventure, certain to please any reader who has ever wondered what dreams of grandeur may haunt the family cat. Has anybody ever wondered that? A suspenseful animal adventure that will leave readers eyeing Puss a bit nervously.
That's
Yes,
a
they
way to put it.
They said Puss, and it's also capitalized.
Puss. Well, it is also the Irish word for it comes. There's a pusheen. It means cat or small. Well, pusheen means small cat, but puss actually comes from Irish originally.
So
it can also mean face.
So shall we take a dive? Let's see.
Yes.
Let's...
I would quite enjoy having an explosive climax.
For a moment, this is page 77, the start of chapter 7. Lucky.
Okay.
For
That's
a
lot of
moment,
sevens.
none of the cats moved or spoke. Then Deadfoot growled, "Any of the clans could see those clouds. We can't be sure that the message is for us." Hopeful news spread through Wind Clan. Tallstar surveyed his clan, then meowed calmly. "Whatever Star Clan has planned for us, today we return to our home. I can smell more rain in the air. It is time we set off." Fireheart felt relieved in the leader's practical tone. The last thing they needed was hysteria at an ominous prophecy.
Am I weird for like imagining cats like just doing regular cat meows and things, but it has lengthy subtitles?
That's how they make the movie. All the dialogue, there's no dialogue. It's just meowing and growling, and all of the actual, like, information is in the subtitles. That's how they do it.
Cats have extremely elaborate, like,
Yeah.
sounds, if you pay attention.
Alright, let's skip to page...
The little chirps and things?
Let's skip to page... Let's skip to page 151. Fireheart quickened the pace. Fireheart quickened the pace. "Are you okay?" he asked Gray Stripe. "Fine," replied Gray Stripe through chattering teeth. "Sorry," mewed Cinderpaw softly as she fell into step behind Fireheart. He sighed. "It's not your fault." He felt weighed down with worry. How are they going to explain this to the clan? No fresh kill for the elders. Fresh kill, by the way, is 2 words, but it's hyphenated. Just to be clear. No fresh kill for the elders.
Fresh kill.
Yeah. There wasn't time to go back for the vole now. And a soaked Gray Stripe. Fireheart shuddered as he thought how close he had come to losing his closest friend. Thanks StarClan, that Silverstream had been there to save him.
Oh my god, Go-Go. It will just be badly dubbed meowing over Chimon Machinima with Oh no. It's like, no, just like clones of the cat from I think Dark Souls, just a bunch of clones of the cat from Dark Souls. Meowing.
Yeah, she like sells you stuff. I remember that.
Yeah,
that's from the second game.
And makes sassy remarks.
Oh, there's this one in the first game too, who's like more of a Cheshire cat. Alright, let's see. From page 172. Yellowfang
Okay.
silenced him with a growl. Blue Star doesn't need to see the evidence, she rasped. The word of her deputy ought to be enough. Tiger Claw just needs to be told that Blue Star can't come, meowed Fireheart. I'll take the message to him after I've fetched the catnip. Where is he? I'll
Fetch
go.
the catnip. So, oh my God, they've got like drugs, sex, and murder in this series.
Yes, they do. I'll go, Dustpaw spat. Do you think you're a better messenger than me just because you're a warrior and I'm just an apprentice? He threw Fireheart a look of pure hatred. But Yellowfang had no time for quarrels. The clan will need protecting while Fireheart is gone, she hissed at Dustpaw, flattening her ears. Isn't that duty important enough for you? Now where's Tiger Claw? Thoughts, Shredder?
I'm just like,
You're absorbed in the narrative.
No, I'm thinking many things at the same time. Most of them about like cat ear expressions. Got very lost in thought about that.
About cat ears. You know,
Yes, like,
yeah.
They're very expressive.
I wish that you
Yeah.
had these books because I think you'd be better at reading them than I am.
Yeah, I think you are fine, but at the same time, I mean,
Yeah, but you do voices, which is good for
that
this
is
sort
true.
of thing.
I mean, like, did you know that I actually did take acting lessons for like most of my like elementary school career? Actually,
I did not know that. That's interesting.
yeah, I got into singing after, and I sort of always considered an extension of acting, but I never was good with scripts. So, like, a lot of, up into, like, middle or late high school, I did improv a lot, actually.
Okay. Two objects and a
it's
flower.
like,
I don't know
What?
how to do improv.
so, like, improv, like, I mean, basically most of what you do on the stream is improv, ultimately.
Okay,
It's
but I have a
just-
question for you.
Okay.
Did you know that Gray Stripe was back, munching a vole besides the nettle clump? Fireheart padded over to him. Sorry. Tiger Claw says you've got to move to the fallen oak with the white cough cats. The white cough cats? He meowed, with a prickle of resentment. He remembered how the deputy had questioned him about his friend. That won't be necessary, replied Gray Stripe cheerfully. I'm better now. Yellowfang gave me the all-clear this morning. Fireheart looked closely at Gray Stripe. His eyes were certainly bright again, and his runny nose had dried to an unappealing crust. That's just disgusting. Why would you put that in there?
I mean, it is. It is a good description.
It is, but like, ew.
I mean, I kind of
Any
like that it's there.
At any other time, Fireheart would have teased him about how much he looked like Running Nose, the Shadow Clan medicine cat. At any other time, Fireheart would have teased him about how much he looked like Running Nose, the Shadow Clan medicine cat. The Shadow Clan medicine cat, Running Nose.
I mean,
The Shadow
medicine.
Clan medicine cat, Running Nose.
the Shadow Clan medicine cat sounds like. What genre would that be?
I have no idea. Hello, Win. We're reading random excerpts from the Warrior Cat novels. From Book 6, The Darkest Hour.
Yo, if you want to like drop into chat, that'd be pretty dope.
If you want to drop into the call, you may. If you are so inclined.
Or the call, I mean.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I'm sorry, I'm really tired actually. Like, so I'm like.
Yeah?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm a little more.
All right, well, Trendy, I've got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that reaching it, however, they stopped short as a familiar black shape slipped into the clearing? Ravenpaw! Firestar exclaimed happily. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Ravenpaw responded, touching noses and greeting with Firestar and then with Graystripe. Graystripe, I haven't seen you in moons. How are you?
This is very boisterous.
What the fuck is this? I used to like these books. There's a ton of
I mean,
static.
it's cute.
Let me
Yeah, there is
Let me-
weird static on your end that sounds like weirdly squishy.
let me unmute my stream for a second, and let me take a listen.
Yeah, there is weird static on your end that sounds like
Huh. Let me unmute my stream for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like that the whole time. I assumed you knew about it.
No, I had no idea. I don't know about these things unless somebody tells me.
That is super weird.
Well, I'm still audible. That's very strange. I'll have to look at that. Hello, Ember Synth. How are you? Did you come because we're reading random excerpts from the Warrior Cat novels? God, this was such a horrible idea.
Crap! I totally forgot to promote this. Hi, Win.
I'm here now.
Hello, Win. How are you?
Oh wow, you are loud.
Yeah,
Jeebers.
let me turn you down a little bit. You're actually like super loud. I'm not sure why.
You are like super volume.
Can you say some words?
Some words.
That's a little bit better. Like, yeah, there we go. Leave it at 69%.
Nice.
Nice indeed.
As I'm
So I'm
sure...
going to simultaneously be in here and also watching Sailor Moon on mute.
That's extremely good. We don't know what we're doing with this stream anymore. Like, both of the games that I wanted to play kind of didn't work out too well.
Yeah, like
And,
there were different kinds of failure, different flavors.
Yeah, and then
delicious flavors of failure.
Trey decided to bounce for the night because he wasn't feeling 100%, and now technically we should be ending right about now, but I don't really want to. And we were reading Warrior Cats books for a little bit. Thought I'd pop in. Yeet. Well, I'm glad you decided to pop in, Ember.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to do a VC after the show, I'm game.
You're also gay.
I'd probably be I'm honestly like, you know, I am game for continuing the stream for a while, but at the same time, I'm probably gonna like, jeez, I will probably talk to Millie for a bit and then go to sleep. Because, man...
Big fan, please sign my face. There, I signed your face.
I will never wash my face again!
Hey, Win, I got a question for you.
What?
Did you know that a murmur of surprise went through the watching cats? Many of them, Firestar realized, would not know that was what was about to happen. The name-changing ceremony for a warrior who had already been given a new name had not been held for many seasons. Remembering what One Eye had told him, he began to speak. Spirits of StarClan, you know every cat by name. I ask you now to take away the name from the cat before you, for it no longer stands for what she is. He paused, and saw the young ginger and white she-cat shiver, as she waited, nameless, before StarClan. Firestar hoped she would like the name he had chosen for her. He had thought hard, for he was sure he had gotten it right. By my authority as clan leader, Firestar announced, and with the approval of our warrior ancestors, I give this cat a new name. From this moment, she will be known as Brightheart. For though her body has been gravely injured, we honor her brave spirit and the light that shines on within her. You guys ever, think that these books might be,
Bad?
That's one way to put it, yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of, that there needs to be, that needs to be ended with, a gong and, you know, an intense choir and smoke and like, you know, an incense censer being waved back and forth.
I wish I could find the part where Scourge, like, rips Tiger Claw in half, because that's, like, most of what I remember about these books.
That would be fucking metal.
But I don't know where it is, and I don't feel like scanning the entire
Probably
book
the
to find
last
it.
book of that particular sub-series.
I have the last book, but it's... Let's see here. Like... It's like 200-some pages long? 315. May or may not pop in a VC later. The VC for the stream is actually like a small private DM, but if you want to come do
I
like
wasn't
a...
talking about the stream.
Yeah, we were
I said
talking
the
about
VC.
like just like a thing after the show. Although I don't know how much longer we're gonna go for it, because I'm dumb and never end
Oh,
things
hey,
on time.
speaking of cats, my cat managed to barge her way through the door to the attic and is now not sitting on the laptop, but she's like right here.
I mean, in
And-
the,
Say hi, Angel.
Yeah.
you know, like, yeah. Oh yeah, if you mean in the Magic Planet server, that would be perfectly fine.
God, you should have seen what the freaking VC turned into last night.
I already told us about it.
What?
Oh
did-
no, did it? No, I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, I
No,
did.
Jane, after you left.
Oh, what happened after I left?
Me and Mala basically, like, lost our fucking minds, I think.
Yeah.
And,
Oh no.
you know, there's a lot of weird videos on YouTube.
Are there now?
What did you watch?
What did you watch?
God, I can't even completely remember. It's all a
That's
blur now.
always a good sign.
Eventually,
That's,
we ended up just watching old memes. There was some chocolate rain at one point.
Chocolate rain.
Listen to-
Some stay dry and others feel the pain.
Chocolate rain. Sorry, go on.
And then Mala just started typing in random website names to see if they were real websites. And,
I'm sure that went.
and
I'm
then
sure
at
that
one time,
went
Mala
swimmingly.
just randomly used the Rabbit browser to like do which character are you tests.
Oh no.
That sounds extremely lit. Isn't daylight savings thing
sounds
tonight? Like, shouldn't it be 1
That
o'clock?
sounds like something Mala would do. Like, that is the most Mala thing I've ever heard.
Mala is extremely humorous.
She's a good person, and I like her.
Just like, oh my god, just like the, oh no, and just chocolate rain.
Chocolate
Oh, no.
rain. Some
The
say
cat
dry.
has proceeded to perch herself on my thigh.
Can you
She
tell her I
always
said
does this.
nya?
You know, like, yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
I'm trying to get her
Stop
near
it.
the mic so that she can meow into the mic.
Meowcrophone.
Angel.
Where are
Say
my
hello.
Where are my cats?
I know I am.
She's been surprisingly non-talkative.
All right, so I'm
Meow.
thinking like I
She
had this
meowed.
idea. I had this idea, right?
I'm thinking Arby's.
I am too. But I had this
I
idea,
would
right?
love that. I'm really hungry.
So my idea was
Oh
like
my god! If you're hearing a weird noise right now, that's because the cat was just rubbing her face against the corner of the computer to claim it as her own.
But I had this concept I wanted to run by you guys. It's they waited a few moments for the sound of the Shadow Clan cats to fade into the bushes, and then began to track them through the forest. This isn't the way to the Thunder Path, Sandstorm whispered, and as the trail viewed toward the four trees. The four trees. It's
Okay,
written
there
as
are
one
only
word.
Two explanations for taking the wrong direction in the woods is that there's either going to be some Satanism or some fucking.
Or some satanic fucking.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, but those aren't mutually exclusive. But they, you know, those are like the two things. Or no murder, or some combination of the above. Because, like,
Perhaps,
Satanism and fucking usually involves murder at some point.
perhaps they're following the route they came by, Fireheart suggested, touching his nose to the tip of a bramblestone. The fresh stench of the sick cats made his lip curl. The fresh stench of the sick cats made his lip curl.
Yeah,
I don't
heard
think
you.
it's actually. I don't think it's actually that badly written or anything. It's just
It's
like
just a very unpleasant image.
it's
Game
just
of
that
Thrones
there's
with
like
cats.
there's just like a lot of weird imagery because the fact that the characters are literally cats.
Yeah, like non-anthropomorphic, they are cats. Like,
I mean, they are anthropomorphized. They're
well,
just,
like mentally they are,
only
but they are like
They're very distinctly cats.
physically they are very much cats. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like remember I told you about the whole distinction between like feral anthros and like walking around on two legs anthros.
Hey, I was gonna read another passage from this, but like
They aren't humanoid anthros.
Yeah, exactly.
like maybe we actually just should end it, and we should
They aren't
save
the cat people from Star Trek.
the trying to go all night thing. For
Yeah,
the
oh my
the
god,
1 year
there are like canon cat people in Star Trek.
Whee.
I always like.
Hey,
They're called Cations.
that's
Oh my
Of
lord.
course I fucking know that.
that's hilarious. Win,
I put a lot of time into Star Trek Online.
win.
Jane, you're about to read more of Warriors, aren't you?
I'm actually not. I was gonna ask you a thing.
Oh.
We were discussing earlier the idea
Oh,
of
by
like,
the way,
yeah,
there's actually two cat races in Star Trek. They diverged from the same species, and one is the
Go
evil
on.
version.
yeah,
Evil version.
the evil.
Yeah, so basically how this is in Star Trek Online is one of them is the one you can unlock for the Klingon Empire, and the other one is the Federation.
Sounds
Okay.
furry. But
Yeah.
like we were thinking that for the first anniversary of Shapes and Forms, we would just do like a really long stream. Would you be interested in being present for some of that?
Yeah, I heard your plan for that. So
Good.
I'd be game. Probably.
The non-stop stream.
It has to stop at some point.
I mean, it's like not literally non-stop, but it's figuratively non-stop. It's
It is.
emotionally non-stop. It's a roller coaster of thrills.
I mean, the physical fact of the matter, the literal, the hard academics, is that speaking purely theoretically, my mom leaves for work at about 6 p.m. and comes home at about 9 a.m. So technically speaking, we could stream
damn.
for 2, 4, 6, 9, that's 14, 15 hours
Like,
if we
I like how
really
you went
wanted
2,
to.
4, 6, 9.
Well, the like
Nice.
midnight to 9 is 9 hours.
I mean, if we went for like, at some point, if we became big enough to do something like a charity stream, we should do a
Big
69-hour charity stream.
That would be really funny. Because
Hey,
I
I
have
like,
I just found myself in Sailor Moon.
yeah.
There were 2 crows.
Oh.
Luna's afraid of them.
2 crows want to build you a nest. Just go ahead now.
Now Usagi is yelling about a bus disappearing.
Usagi is a good
Um,
egg.
Artemis is still like my favorite Sailor Moon character because
Artemis
he is good cat.
from the start of this, running the game.
Also, I was confused as a child as to why exactly he is named after a moon goddess. And it
Well,
was
you know.
mildly confusing.
There was a book series where there was a boy named Artemis.
Oh,
and
Artemis
he actually,
Fowl.
like, gave an explanation for why he has the name Artemis.
Artemis Fowl.
I mean, actually, like, there's also an alternate spelling of Artemis that comes from I think a slightly different root, which is Latin in origin, which is a male name. But in Sailor Moon, it's very explicitly spelled Artemis with
Yeah,
an I,
like the
which
Yeah.
is like a...
The book
goddess
series.
of the hunt.
The book series. Was,
Yeah, the goddess of the hunt
was Artemis
associated
Fowl.
with the moon, although not literally the goddess of the moon, that's Selene. Who birthed Dionysus, sort of? No, wait, it's like, yes. Dionysus was born of Selene by her... she had a human lover, and, yeah. I think Zeus at one point carried him in his thigh. Because,
Sure.
of course.
Can I just say they truly were shapes and forms.
Shapes and forms.
Forms
Shapes
and
and
shapes.
And forms, shapes, and...
I like that every single person who's ever been on this show has a different way of saying, like, the thing, where we say the name of the show over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, there was that one episode where Win asked if, you know, co-hosts can be banned for what I did
What did you do?
in doing that.
I say that like every other episode, though.
I mean, it's a perfectly fair question, let's be honest. I mean, I am on this show.
Hey
And,
guys.
It's an open question.
Friends,
Jane.
pals. We should start a drug paraphernalia shop and call it Vapes and Forms.
What? Vapes and forms? Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
But vaping isn't drug. Well, it is.
Well, no, you can
I guess
vape pot.
technically. Oh,
You can, I mean, you can have, like, this sort of thing where it, you know, you heat it and then sort of, inhale the,
can
vapors.
you vape blood?
I hope not.
You probably could, I wouldn't advise.
God, now
Thank
I
you for
want to
the
write a
tier,
story
Ember.
about a vaping vampire.
Oh no!
Ember, I have no idea why you cheered this, but thank you very much for doing so.
vampire.
A vampire, oh no.
What?
When, why?
I've actually
When,
never
why?
gotten a cheer before. I don't know what they do, but I know they're good.
They give you money.
Do
Bits
they?
are money.
Bits are money? Okay.
Bits are cents, actually.
Okay.
I mean, cents are money, so I wasn't wrong.
Yeah. No, I wasn't saying you were wrong. I was just clarifying. Is that you literally
Cheered
got a
because
dollar?
you are a good. Thank you. 100
Yay.
bits. 100
Yay.
bits.
The
bits.
bits. The bits.
Bits.
That was a Steven Universe that you just did.
It was, but
I've
it's
never
like,
even watched that. It was just something someone on another stream does.
Yeah, it's like a.
Ouch.
It's like it's a Steven Universe thing that Alex from LRR
Yeah.
picked up and became a running gag.
They haven't
And it's
done
like,
that.
yeah, they haven't as much, but it does every once in a while come up.
Yeah.
And but it's specifically a reference to the episode with the Fry mascot, which is that's a weird episode.
Is it showing up at all? Probably not.
In case you wanted a Sailor Moon update, she is now henching. That's not a word. She is now henchioned. It's still not a word. Because that's not how Japanese
is that?
works.
I can't remember what a henshin hero
means-
is.
Well,
like
henshin means transform.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
transforming hero. I was making. Oh wow, fractals.
That's what magical girls say, and also heroes,
Yeah,
the
like
original Power
yeah.
Rangers. The whatever.
yeah, like,
can't remember what it's called. What is the show Power Rangers is based on?
Super Sentai.
Super Sentai.
Yeah, right.
It's a tokusatsu series. But yeah, and then there's like Samurai Flamenco is based on, you know, kind of like, it's initially kind of sort of parodying Super Sentai and tokusatsu and a Henshin series, and then it becomes a Henshin series.
Kamen Rider. I've only seen
Kamen
clips
Rider.
of Kamen Rider, but it's incredible.
Just like, Okay, so there's a son. There's a son here.
There's a father, and there's a Holy Ghost.
Yes.
Something, something, coast to coast. Something, 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 the day the music died, and they were singing Bye Bye Miss American Pie.
They were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die.
You managed to move through 3 different keys singing that just now.
Is that good or bad?
Not good.
Okay, well,
Not good at all.
I'm never
No!
gonna be a singer. I'm sorry, Mama.
And you will never, never be
That brush is very
more than a
mesmerizing.
machine.
Also, praise the sun. Yeah.
Praise the sun!
Can I draw like a tiny Solaire in here somewhere? Like try to do that?
Just a tiny, tiny
It's like a stick Solaire. That's a little bit bigger than I wanted, but it'll work. Praise it.
Praising the sun.
Praise the bun, because rabbits are good.
Rabbits are very good.
Praise the bun.
You have to give him like this little thing.
Oh, wait, do Solaire but with bunny ears, because it's praise the bun.
Oh, I can add bunny ears. That's not hard. Like that's more like a. Actually, maybe this is hard. Hold on. That's close enough, right? That's close enough for bunny ears.
Those are good, yeah.
And then make the
You
insides.
should quit making music and become an artist full time.
No, I should not.
Oh my god, Jane receiving commissions.
For this?
MSP
Yeah, there you
charts.
go.
That would be,
Please draw the cast of the Warriors.
I've never seen the fucking
Just a bunch
Warriors.
of cats!
Oh, the Warrior Cast. God,
Warrior
I am
Cast.
tired. Why did I think you meant the fucking movie?
Apparently that movie is pretty good.
I know,
Yeah, and
but
apparently the game Rockstar made based on it is also pretty good.
I've definitely never seen it though.
Oh.
What the fuck is the crayon doing? All right, well here's your
Here's a kitty!
here's Firestar, and here.
This is like art that the cats themselves would make.
Yeah. Hey, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
It's self
This is like, these are on like a cave wall.
Here's Gray Stripe, who looks like a rabbit. And here's the
A cabot.
evil Tiger Star. He's so mean. He's so evil. Meow. It actually kind of looks like a bear. And here, of course, is everyone's favorite character. Pac-Man.
Everyone's favorite warrior cat, Pac-Man.
Yeah,
Is Pac-Man gonna eat the cats?
he is.
Oh no!
He's gonna eat the pussy.
Oh,
Jane.
no.
Jane.
That's too heterosexual for this stream.
Does Pac-Man really count as a guy? He's a
Man
wedge.
is in his name.
He's a wedge. Not
But
a
then
wedge.
I just
He's
realized there's a character named Miss Pac-Man,
Yeah,
so
his-
that doesn't really hold up.
his like wife is named Miss Pac-Man.
Well,
Does
well,
that mean
like,
that? Does that mean that
they're
Pac-Man?
not married?
I think they are. Maybe.
Or are they married in the second game?
I don't remember. Does
but
anybody?
not during Miss Pac-Man?
Does anybody care
What is the
about?
chronology of the Pac-Man universe?
What is the deep lore of the
I don't
Pac-Man
know.
universe?
What is the
Pac-Man
telos of
2
the Eros?
is a game
It's the
that exists,
it's the-
and it's
best game.
fucking weird.
Oh no, that thing, yeah.
Anyway, it's raining on the sun, and a rocket carrying the warrior cats is coming to meet Solaire. That's what's happening here. You guys want to see
Bunny
something really
Solaire.
stupid?
Yes.
I'm already seeing something really stupid, but okay.
Hey, Win.
Hey, Jane.
Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too?
What is happening? Why
Whoa!
is this happening?
Because it's Paint 3D.
I mean,
It's
isn't
like
the
it's about to
usual
fly
answer
out of
that-
my screen.
Whoa! Magic Select? What? What? What?
What?
No, go
What?
back. Stop. 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 That was scary.
I have a kitty.
I also have cats. Yeah, okay, hold on.
She is fluffy. I am holding you, kitty.
Make 3D.
Yeah. There you go.
I think that made the canvas 3D too, which wasn't what I wanted to do.
Excuse me.
Let's try... Yeah,
It's like
okay.
it's gonna come out of my screen.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like it's going to come out of my screen and, like,
What?
make me feel vaguely uncomfortable by, like,
Why?
sitting too close to me.
Why can I do this? What is the purpose of this?
Because you have sinned. Because you have sinned and you need to be punished. We all need to be punished for our sins,
The
Jane.
ghosts are like, hey, fuck off, and he kills them like a fucking dick. Fuck Pac-Man.
Pac-Man is destroying their economy by eating
Their food supply.
Fruit.
their pellets. That just makes it sound like he's eating shit.
I've made the bad art vanish. Mostly.
It's not just bad art, it's next level bad art. It's bad art with effort. You are putting effort into shitposting, Jane. That is the worst violation of the rules of the internet I have ever seen.
Y'all ready?
Mind you,
Y'all ready? Are you ready?
Oh my god!
Are you ready?
Yes.
It's coming for you.
I'm ready. Slowly descending cat.
Slowly descending
I'm gonna
cat.
pick up my cat in honor and slowly descend her.
Why does this function
She has been
exist?
slowly descended. She's very confused right now.
Turquoise cat. Turquoise cat.
Same.
It's turquoise and it's a cat.
Can your cat do backflips?
I mean, I don't think she can. No, she's kind of.
I'm gonna just take this right here and make it a vaporwave album cover.
There's a good kid. It's you. I am going to throw.
Hey, if you
copies
made a
over you.
vaporwave album of Pokemon music, would it be Vaporeon Wave?
I'm giving. I just thinks gender emoji.
Angry.
I don't care if it's not applicable. It is applicable.
Sometimes you're trans and you just have to do a rumination.
A deep rumination.
I'm gonna put
This
this
is getting
cat.
really weird.
Yeah! The cat is in the donut. I did it.
It's an inner tube, Jane.
No, hold on.
An
I can change
inner
it.
tube.
Now it's a donut.
Oh my god, now it's a donut.
It's a flesh
Fuck.
donut.
One cat chilling on a donut.
That- Oh my god, are we... No, this can't be a porn stream. No! No! I am too young for this. I need an adult.
I said it was made of flesh. I didn't say it was attached to a person.
Wait, then it's a cannibalism stream. I need an adult!
It's not cannibalism if a cat's eating it.
Okay. Well, that's acceptable. That's
a
PG-13.
flesh wheel, not a donut.
Flesh Wheel sounds like a band as well.
I think I fought that in Dark Souls once.
Yeah, me too.
That also works. Oh my god, I still have this awful bruise.
Found
on
out how to
top of
change
one
the
of my
size of the
knees.
canvas. Found out how to rotate the canvas.
Like,
Found out
You
how to
ever
turn
get,
off
like,
the
a
canvas. We're free. We're free.
we're free. Oh my god, it is a smiling Saturn? Hello.
It's the magic
You're
planet.
friendly.
It's the magic planet.
It is the magic planet. It looks kind of like a golf ball.
And we're just
little.
living on it.
I mean,
Living on the edge.
living in a
Lovely.
moon so blue.
Why are there so many stickers?
Because God has forsaken
Oh
us all.
no! Oh no! Oh no!
No! That looks like, oh shit, like this one character by Kiko Neko. Don't look up that artist because
No matter where I go, it
super
looks like
not
it's
safe for
staring
work.
right at me.
Fuck.
But like, wow, this is
Cthulhu cat.
yeah.
Why? Why can I do this?
Why don't you like me?
It's got melting ice cream on its face.
This is actually reminding me. Well, okay, actually, I've gone from being reminded of Kiko Neko. Well, although I still kind of am, to Focus, who I follow on Twitter and who is good.
Lollipop, lollipop,
they
oh, lolly, lolly,
are-
hey, lollipop, lollipop.
They're one
oh,
of
lolly, hey.
Millie's favorite artists.
How do you guys
do
feel
like 'em.
about my original character? Oooozernathth the
Your
God
OC
Cat?
do not steal.
Oooozernathth the God Cat?
How do you spell that first part?
Oooozernaththth and the last H
Well,
is capitalized.
that's the closest approximate spelling that we can do with human language.
Yeah,
That makes sense. Oooozernathth.
You need 4 tongues and 2 throats to pronounce it correctly.
that's true. And this is her cosmic donut.
That's pretty Marvy, man. Pretty Marvy.
I'm getting rid of this part because I don't like it anymore. Where's the delete button?
That is the true nature of the world, is that weird flat shape against another flat shape, and that is the power of Oooozernathth.
And then
as
this
relative
is
to the true
beyond
world.
our world. Yeah.
Indeed, it is beyond our dimensions. See, all the dimensions that we could possibly see are contained within that picture there, and
You know how
this
many
is the
dimensions there
true
are? There's 69
reality.
dimensions.
Nice.
69.
That's the weed number.
Now wait a minute. Now wait just a
No.
cotton picking minute here.
No,
You should really make
But
the
the number
donut
of-
trans colors.
Oh.
it's pretty
I-
close, actually.
No, it's not.
There's not enough pink.
This is one of the 3. And several that aren't there. Well,
Well.
Well, we've,
do we
we've
have here?
certainly arrived somewhere.
what are we doing?
I think
I
it's more a
think
question
that-
of what are you doing?
I think that
We're just along for the ride.
I think that at this point the episode is going to have to be called Oooozernathth.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Looking at the screen
No.
capture. Looking at Jane's. screen sharing. It just went.
You saw the infinite.
I feel like I saw the infinite way before you did that.
So,
I just
yeah. That's the show.
ever
I'm...
feel like you need LSD to feel more normal.
Do you ever
after-
feel like a plastic bag floating on the wind, hoping to start again?
Floating on the wind.
Floating on the wind.
Maybe you're a firework. You explode in the air into little tiny pieces and flames in a loud bang.
Man, anybody who's trying to come here from the Binding of Isaac tab is gonna be really fucking confused.
I mean, the ones that really matter are the ones who stay.
Somebody mod this thing into Isaac. Oooozernaththth'H the God
That would
Cat.
be awesome. No, seriously, this would be an excellent boss.
Oooozernathth'h
Just
the
like-
God Cat.
It shoots eyes at you from its eye.
Anyway,
That's
that's
What should happen.
yeah.
Why does Tweet Cloudbot never work for me? I don't understand.
Why does
Welcome
Goo
to
float?
Formless and Shapeless, and we're gonna have a good night.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm Jane. I'm gay.
I'm
This
Win.
is-
I'm gay.
This is my stream. We do it.
I'm
We stream
Bradney.
stream twice a
I
week.
am also. I'm pretty gay, but I still have a girlfriend because
Twice a week from 9 to 12 generally on Fridays and Saturdays. And tomorrow, my Discord server, which I will drop a link to in the chat, is going to be doing a group watch of the first half of Occult Academy, an anime from 2010.
Oh, yeah.
And if you'd like to come by, you are certainly welcome to do so.
Good night.
I'm gonna go to my server now after I move my stuff back to my room. Goodbye, everybody.
Are you gonna go and
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.